Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are, and welcome to QuizzleMania 38, the showcase of the morons, the greatest spectacle in all of sports infotainment. We've done it, lads. We're in uncharted territory. We have finally produced more QuizzleManias than WWE has produced WrestleManias. And to mark this milestone, something of an announcement. So QuizzleMania has always been designed to be a reaction to the pandemic world, a way for people locked in their homes to both get together and do silly things, and for people locked in their homes to watch a silly thing. Since then, we've had over 35 separate guests on the show. We've had 9 different champions, a catchphrase that has come to dominate the company. Thanks, Pete. And we've successfully wasted about 4.5 days worth of your hours. That's pretty good going. Now, if all of this makes you feel like, oh no, QuizzleMania is ending, it's not. Don't worry. But we are going to scale it back to one show a month from here on out. So we're going to do QuizzleMania either the first week or the second week of each month to keep it special and to keep it going, because it is special to me and also to a whole bunch of people. And some of those people are with me here tonight. Let's meet our players. First up, it's the guy who screwed Tempest. It's Tempest.
Sorry. No, I'm looking through the rules here. Sorry, this is Tempest's big books of facts and fact checking.
I like it. Great prop work. What are you finding in there, Tempest?
I think I'm finding that the NXT UK Women's Championship is not an NXT championship, and furthermore, is not a WWE Women's Championship. I feel like that needed a bit of cleaning up last time.
How about that? Well, that's interesting because I will ask you the question, Tempest, which is, are you currently the QuizzleMania champion?
I'll ask you a question in response to your question.
Sure.
Your name is not Adam, it's the Sullivan, isn't it?
No, don't bring over a board game. Don't bring over a bit from No Rolls Barred, our sister board game club channel. We absolutely don't need that. Look, Tempest. No. Tempest, look, we've had some problems, you and I, after I screwed you last week. But look, I need to understand that you're gonna call it right down the middle. I'm assuming that's why you're wearing a ref shirt.
I had to dress the part. It's all about rules and facts and fact. No, I'm going to be honest. This isn't a book of fact checking. You know what kind of book it is? It's a Jake Atlas.
Eat shit, Tempest. That's awful. Right, moving on to our next guest. It's the one and only. Football is indeed coming home. It's Sullivan Brown.
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. QuizzleMania is coming home. It's coming home, lads. It's coming home.
First of all, big fan of you just hitting the mic with your flag repeatedly. That's going to be good for our podcast listeners. Yeah. But also, yes, Sullivan, it is indeed coming home. As an English man, how are you feeling right now that England are through to the finals of the Euros 2020?
I feel very scared and nervous and scared and confused and scared. I've never been in this situation before. England don't play good football. We invented the sport and then we played it badly for 100 years. That's the deal we made. We made the sport and then we do it really badly. And now look at us. We're doing it slightly well.
It could actually happen. It could actually, I think we've got the patience to weather the Italy storm, you know. I actually reckon we do.
We do. Yeah. Southgate's a genius. I could talk about this for hours, but it would be very boring for people who are only wrestling fans. But yes, I can't wait. It's coming home. It's coming home.
And you have come home to QuizzleMania as well. Are you going to win?
Oh, no. But I will hopefully do reasonably well. And that's the best I can do.
Vaulting ambition there from Sullivan Bo Brown. But next up, we have someone making their QuizzleMania debut. A man who will always be BX fought for life. It is the first ever WCPW champion. It's big fucking Damo. Hello, sir.
Oh my god, that part of my life that is so important to the rest of my life, you know, the summer of love, whatever you want to call it, WCPW will forever be etched in my mind. And BX itself, founding member of BX, right here. Yes, very very glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you. Nice to see you repping the BX green. Obviously,
I thought it would be appropriate, you know.
I can't believe you don't have the giant tent shirt that we sent you with the BX.
I think I actually used it as a carry-on bag and put all my clothes inside it. It was like 6XL or something, you know. But it was a lovely tent, and it was appropriate for the time. So
absolutely, well, I'm sure. I'm already looking at the Ultra Chat document, and we're going to have hordes of WCPW memories flooding back. So the question about memory is, how's your wrestling knowledge, Big Damo?
I honestly, before wrestling, it was pretty decent, you know. Since I got into the profession and made it my entire life, it's got only worse. So I'm not excited about this at all. I'm hoping that it's okay to cheat. I'm going to see if I can get like a small female to help me. A
superhero in the wings.
Well, a superhero would help. That would be fantastic. No, there's certain things that are etched in my brain, but if you tell me what last week's show was, or even the last show I was on, I'll have no idea who I wrestled. So that's not good, and this is going to be awkward for everybody. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Looking forward to it to being awkward for everyone. Enjoy the show, Big Damo. And finally, our champion, or should I say, America's next quiz superstar. It's James Mansfield. You're muted, James. Oh no.
Hello, I'm champion. Isn't that what they do when they win? They become English. I couldn't find a crown. This is the best I could do. I'm King James. Yeah. That's how it works, right?
That's how it works. Our queen has returned to her queendom where the kings bow down. Congratulations on your incongruous title win. Do you have anything to say? Obviously, like Tempest has had some things to say about.
Oh, I can imagine. I know that he's creating the James hate train right now. I feel like it's like I'm Nicki Minaj. I got the James hate train around me. I was accused of cheating and looking at the chat. I'll have you know, Adam, that I wear false eyelashes, so you can't tell where I'm looking.
Exactly. Beat that, internet.
Take notes. I'm just saying.
What are your plans to hold on to cling to the trophy, tooth and nail?
Well, I was originally going to I was trying to find like a copy of that trophy so I could pull like a Medusa WCW moment and throw it in the trash right now and walk off. But those things are really hard to find on Alibaba. I don't know where you got that thing from.
Oh man, they're not expensive. Don't you worry about that.
Since I can't throw it anymore, that bit is gone. I'm going to actually try and compete to the best of my ability because you know what? I am an honorable champion, like JBL.
Oh, great. What a comparison. Well, enjoy the show. Lovely to have you here, James. All right. So just before we jump into our show, just a quick mention that at the top of the link of the description, there's a link where you can send us an Ultra Chat. Now, we have changed things a little bit, and I do just want to address why we have done. So Ultra Chats are now $10 or more to be read out, which is obviously not $5. We have appreciated every single person who's donated over the year, but the shows are running way too long. This isn't about the money. We do not foresee us earning more money from putting the Ultra Chats price up. That's not what this is about. QuizzleMania has never been about the money. It's more about fun. Money's good. It keeps the lights on, but this is all about fun. So by upping the money needed to get your chat read, basically the aim is that the aim is the people who really want to keep talking to us. You can, you know, there's still an option to do it, but also we'll just try to make those shows not 3.5 hours long. And we hope you understand. If you would like to be part of the conversation, the link is at the top of the description. Mwah, to everyone who's donated, love you very much. Let's start the game. Let's welcome back our players. First it's Tempest, then it's Sullivan, then it's Damo, and it's James Mansfield. All right. Our players are all here. How are we feeling, folks? We excited?
Oh, yeah.
Frightened more than anything, yeah, to be honest.
Fantastic. Well, seeing as I noticed a little bit of hostility between our former champion and our current champion, I thought,
I have no ill will towards James. James did nothing wrong. I'm setting the record straight right now.
Tempest,
James did nothing wrong.
if you
It's
could
your
please,
fault.
Tempest, if you could curb your anti-James agenda for a second,
James hate train, I'm telling you. No, I had to say Tempest, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Last week was a tough fight, but I just want you to know you lost.
Appreciated.
them some fighting words. So
It happened.
I've decided to try and heal the tensions here, folks. So I've decided we're opening with a team game. We're opening with Family Fortunes. Ooh. So what's going to happen is it's going to be Tempest and James versus Sully and Damo.
Excellent.
Yes, you've got this, lads. You've got this. My team of hairy, affable teddy bears. All right. So the way this is going to work is, if you've ever seen Family Feud or Family Fortunes, I have approached the internet, of all places, asking 100 people to name something in 4 different categories, and we're going to do it category by category. So, for example, I will say to Tempest and James, I will say, I asked 100 people, what's the best WrestleMania of all time? And then we took those answers and we collated them into the top 7 of each category. And then you're going to take it in turns in a team to give me an example of that category. If it was on the list of the top 7, I will reveal it and how many people voted for it. If it was not, you will hear this.
Ooh.
Oh, yes, indeed. You have 3 lives as a team. Once your 3rd life is gone, I will pass the category over to the other team. If they can provide me just one answer and it's on the list, they will steal all your points. Otherwise, you will get 1 point for every one that you find. So if you get all 7, that's a perfect 7 points. Any questions before we start this round?
Do you take marks off for spelling mistakes?
We do not at all. But also, you'll just be saying these ones out loud. James.
It's just the same rules as Family Feud.
It's exactly Family Feud, yes, but it's legally distinct from Family Feud, or indeed Family Fortunes as we know it in the British Isles. Right, so we are going to start with the current champ and the former champ. That's James and Tempest, and your category is Greatest Manager of All Time. We asked 100 people on Twitter who is the greatest manager of all time. So I'm going to give that team a chance to maybe write a few answers down, and then I'm going to come to the current champ first. I think I'll come to James, but let's head on over to some Ultra Chat and see who's donated. The Hazard MC says, amazing to see Adam reunite with Big Damo. We'll never forget when Damo won the tiny version of the WCPW title. Oh my God.
We got our kids' belts out early. That's what it was, to really encourage the younger audience. I thought it was quite smart, actually.
You know the terrible thing. So yeah, we obviously updated to the giant belt as soon as Joseph Connors won it. But we do like the small belt was somewhere, and honestly, I think we've lost it. I think we went to Scotland one time, and I think we left it in Scotland.
Some child is now running off for this belt. It
Even
fits
then,
me perfectly, Mum.
Also, Adam, I've been watching your content since your posh guy likes wrestling days. Random YouTube recommended, and I never look back. Snake Twisted says, "What's this? A telegram? But from whom? To the people of England. Stop. Returning home after long absence. Stop. Signed, football. Wonderful news, everyone. Football's coming home. Oh, what a joyous day indeed."
Oh, yes.
And Matty Mai Tai says, Tempest versus James 2 is the rematch we never knew we needed. It's a real Flair versus Steamboat situation. But I'm rooting for Sully today. Come on, you fancy English Wolverine. Win this for Brooke as penance for betraying her in No Thanks. # kill Johnny Bollocks. Kill. All right. So I have laid out the top 7 answers. Here we go. So I will let you know when you've got one right. I'll hold it up to the camera, and then I will let you know if you've got one wrong as well. But James, I asked 100 people on Twitter, who's the greatest wrestling manager of all time? What did they say?
I'm going to go with a safe wrestling answer and say Heenan.
Bobby Heenan was number 2 with 26% of the vote. Very, very good. Tempest, we are heading over to you. Of course, for those who've not played this round before, feel free to, you can talk to each other, but just remember you are giving suggestions to the other team. Should the occasion arise, they get a chance to steal.
Yep. In that case, I think I'm going to go with the one I believe to be number 1, and that's Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman, number 56% of the vote. Number 1, indeed. Yeah, no, this was... there's a sharp drop-off after the top 2. Just to warn you.
Does that mean Slick has a chance?
Damo, shush. James Mansfield, we are heading over to you. Number 1 and number 2 are off. Done.
All right, I probably doubt he got a lot of votes on Twitter, but judging from merits and wrestling alone, Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette was joint 4th with 3% of the vote. That is how far it has dropped off.
Goodness.
Steve, better publicist.
Joint 4th with 3% of the vote was Jim Cornette. All lives remaining, 3 points so far. This is fantastic work from the champ and former champ. Tempest.
This is tough. There are a bunch of really good ones, but I'm going to go with Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer, number 3 with 4% of the vote. Very, very good. All right, so there's the other people who are joint 4th. There are 2 other people joint 4th with 3% of the vote, and you have the person in 7th place. 4 points, 3 lives remaining. Stellar stuff. James.
Sherry Martel.
Sensational Sherry, joint 4th with 3% of the vote. Very good. 5 points. 3 lives remaining. Tempest.
I had a question mark after that one. I wasn't sure if people would have voted for it, but I'm very happy to hear that they did. Oh, this is where things are tough, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I've got like 6 written down. So James, if at any point you want to converse, I'll kind of
10 written down.
Okay.
Oh wow!
I love my managers.
Very impressive.
Managers, man, they are the greatest thing in any wrestling promotion. So I've heard.
Where do you think Gareth Southgate comes on this list? Well, he was overwhelmingly going to be first, actually, but okay. Were you talking to British people on Twitter, or was it anybody else, Adam?
Just wrestling people on Twitter, I'm afraid. The greatest of people. Tempest, I'm going to have to push you.
Well, I said Jimmy Hart. Sorry, Jimmy Hart is my next guess.
Jimmy Hart, number 7 with 2% of the vote. Oh my goodness, 6 points. There's only one other person who is equal 4th remaining. Wow. Can you get the clean sweep and lose no lives? That would be insane. It's never happened. James Mansfield, over to you.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we named off all the heavy hitters so far, so it's probably time to start clutching at some other fruits. Now, I don't necessarily agree. Let's say she's well known. Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, good shout.
That was my...
And it's a clean fucking sweep, folks.
Wow.
Very, very good. That is 7 points apiece for Tempest.
It was a hard sell because she didn't really do anything. She just said
She, and part of some wonderful WrestleMania and SummerSlam memories.
Storylines. That's what she's part of.
Man,
right.
I still had Blassie, the Wizard, J.J. Dillon, and Paul Ellering were going to be my other
Nobody had Captain
guesses.
Lou Albano.
Oh, that's a great
Hyatt.
Wow. Yeah.
It was, I asked wrestling Twitter. I'm very, very disappointed. No JJ Dillon, absolutely sensational.
Yeah.
All right, so we are now heading over to Team Big Sully, which
Big Sully.
Big Sully.
Monsters Inc. itself. Let's do it.
Excellent.
Oh my God, you'd be such a good Monsters Inc. duo. All right. So your category is Scariest Wrestler Ever.
Oh, okay.
So again, an equally subjective category. I will give you some time to write down. I'll actually also put it on the screen. I realize I should do that. So people know exactly what you're looking up. So it's Scariest Wrestler Ever. I'll give you some time to write some notes while I head into some Ultra Chats. Usually offline says, someone forgot to do their job and asked Damo what his favorite fast food franchise was. Wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Adam? I do normally ask our guests that. Big Damo, what's your favorite fast food franchise?
Oh, that's a good question. Because there's just so many in America that it's very difficult to choose. Back home, there's very few.
It's a wimpy or nothing. Yeah, exactly.
More of an independent trader back home. I like Wendy's burgers, but I would say probably Chipotle.
Oh, very good. We don't always get the Chipotle. The fancy connoisseur's choice from Big Damo. Gav donated another tenner saying Damo's favorite fast food restaurant. Sorry if I already asked. Matty Maitai said, let it also be noted that Big Damo was flown in to stop Diet Dr. Pepper Tempest from murdering Adam on screen. Question for Damo. If you were to have a match with anyone past or present, who would it be? For me, you versus Shibata, 2 out of 3 falls. Oh.
I wonder if I could survive the first fall with Shibata, to be honest. If I could have a match with anybody, like alive or dead, or is it?
Yeah, I think basically completely up to you, like no restrictions.
I'll go with Shawn Michaels, actually. I think that would be probably the most. He would carry me through that pretty well, actually. I think, he'd have sore shoulders by the end, but it'd be okay.
Wonderful choice. Virgin Emoto says Paul de Steiner Math thought QuizzleMania 38 was next week. The numbers did lie, Senior Joe. Seeing Black Widow when this airs, but I'll watch a replay. My first in-theater movie since Carino. Thanks as always. Hashtag jam that jam. Hashtag support each other. And Virgin Emoto says feeling extra generous today. Here's a follow-up Ultra Chat. Good to see a mini BX reunion. Pity Dave Bradshaw wasn't on this quiz to call it. Hard to pick a favorite, but James has only come in second or first, so that's where my vote goes. Good luck to all. Hashtag jam that jam. Hashtag SEO. Wonderful stuff. All right,
can we confer? Can we confer? Is that possible?
You can, but obviously you'll be giving suggestions to your other team in the a case that you do lose all 3 lives, and it's up to them to steal.
Do you know Peg Latin, Sully?
No, I don't. I never understood it, and it always confused me as a kid.
Oh, Sully.
Sorry, I have no idea what I'm talking about, so don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm not gonna. Do you think like the bigger names who did well for long times will be in this, or will it be rarer ones? What do you think?
I mean, the big, they've got to be in there. They've got to be in there. Yeah. I think they're safe bets. They're safe bets.
All right, I'm trusting you. All right, I've written down plenty here. So.
Oh no. Don't trust me, Big Damo, please.
We're going to start with the first ever WCPW champion, which will be Big Damo. Who's top of your list?
Papa Shango.
Papa Shango! Very, very good choice. Unfortunately, was number 8 on the list.
Right me as a kid.
All right, 1 life down straight away.
So
Papa Shango. There were plenty of votes for Papa Shango, but he did not make the full list, I'm afraid. Sullivan Bo Brown.
I'm just going to go for the easy ones straight off the bat. The Undertaker.
Undertaker, number 2, with 21% of the vote. Very, very good indeed. So, Big Damo, back over to you.
The Fiend.
The Fiend was number 4 with 7%.
We're back in the board, Sully.
Yes. Come on. I'm going to go for Kane.
Kane was number 1 with 23%.
Right.
Best debut ever.
Thoroughly delighted to see Big Kane topping a category. Absolutely wonderful. One of the greatest. Big Damo, back to you. You have 3 points. You have 2 lives remaining. You have 4 answers to get.
Mankind.
Oh no!
Who are these people? Who are you interviewing? They're liars.
Mankind also long listed, I'm afraid, but not quite making the list proper. All right.
I've royally fucked up here. I do apologize.
No, not at all. Papa Shango was a great shout. Now I've got a few options, and none of them are good. But now I'm thinking now. Nowadays, I think we look back on this person as not very scary. But as a kid, I was terrified of him. This is not a guess yet. I'm just asking Big Damo, do you think I should go for the Great Khali? Because as a kid, I was terrified because he used to crush people's skulls.
I mean, I'd be terrified if I had to wrestle him. So yeah, go for it.
I'll go for the Great Khali.
All right. What are you talking about, Sully?
I don't know. He used to crush people's skulls and blood used to come out. It used to terrify me.
Oh, little Sully scared of the Great Khali.
I was terrified.
You can outrun him, Sully. It's fine.
I can easily outrun him. It's so easy to outrun him. I can just walk at a brisk pace and I'll be fine. I'll be miles ahead.
Right. So you did clock up 3 points. You did clock up 3 points. Before I run down what you missed, I have to give it over to the other team. You can confer. You must give me only one answer, which you both must agree on. And if that answer is anywhere on this list, you will get Sully and Big Damo's 3 points to add to your collection of 7.
You're muted again.
You're muted, James Mansfield.
Mm.
Oh, no. Oh, James.
Okay, I'm back. Well, I have an idea. Do you, Tempest?
I've got an idea I'm pretty confident in, but what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Bugs.
I was thinking the Boogeyman as well.
Boogeyman.
I think we go with that. The Boogeyman.
Number 3 with 12% of the vote. So that is another 3 points to Tempest and to James. Mansfield can reveal that you did miss out on number 5 and the joint 6th, which were number 5, Bruiser Brody with 6% of the vote. And joint 6th, Haku with 5% of the vote.
Okay.
And also joint 6th, Abaddon from AEW, which is great to see. All right, so unfortunately, no Mankind. Unfortunately,
she's been there an awfully long time and hasn't made one other zombie.
All right, so
no
now,
Gangrel, no Luna. Like what the hell?
I know, but and now we move over to James and Tempest.
Okay.
Your category is worst WrestleMania ever.
Oh, let's go.
I asked 100 people to name me the worst ever WrestleMania of all time. What did they say? We're going to start with Tempest, but first I'm going to head into the Ultra Chat. Zachary says, just got my all-out tickets this morning. Pretty excited. What is a dream cross-promotion match do you think everyone is sleeping on? Mine is Orange Cassidy versus R-Truth. You know what? I'd watch the hell out of that, to be fair. Dream cross-promotion match. I mean, obviously, Bryan versus Omega, I think, is the thing I'd want to see the most. Either that or Rollins versus Omega. That would be joyous. But does anyone else have an AEW versus WWE dream match that perhaps hasn't been said that much?
It's weird. Like, I would say Eddie Kingston and Walter, but that match has happened already.
Ooh, I'm looking that up when we finished here.
I'll be very chopped by that match.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Who
I was
else?
actually thinking of answers.
I mean, Yui. I know they're not together anymore, but Yui versus the Bucks would be something very, very special.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to move on. HCB says, hi, guys. Sully or Damo for the win. I can imagine, like most of us, Sully has been watching the Ripley Flair feud, constantly asking them, are you evil? Speaking of Blood in the Clock Tower, not sure how many play, but what character would everyone be in real life? I mean, I think Sully's the mayor.
Oh yes.
Big Damo, in case you haven't heard, Blood on the Clock Tower is basically like a souped up version of Werewolf.
Oh,
It's like Werewolf, but everyone's got like a superpower.
I mean,
It's the best. It's the best. And Charles Berg says, "You're all good people. Don't trust Adam Damo. He has screwed you over before. A lot of people ask Sully to be funny, but he can do so much more. He'll prove it. Sully, be sad.
Oh.
Sully, be mad. Sully, be dad.
All right, son.
And Sully, be a lad."
He's coming home! He's coming home!
And then finally, Sully, explain fads.
So they are a popular thing that lasts for a short amount of time, like yo-yos, Pokemon when we were kids, and it's come back actually a few times, and Pogs. That's another one. There
Lovely
we go.
Pogs.
That's bad.
Finally, Charles Berg says, "Oh wait, Adam didn't screw over Damo. They were in cahoots." Yeah, I never screwed over Damo, and Damo never screwed over me.
no, I screwed over the other Adam. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's what he means. You know?
Maybe. We can't expect me to remember all the fine details of something half a decade ago. Gosh, it was half a decade ago.
That's crazy to think. That is actually crazy to think.
Regardless, I'd like to know what everyone's top 3 sandwiches are. Mine are banh mi, cheesesteak, croque monsieur. Very good choice.
Peanut butter and pickle, obviously.
Get out of here.
Thank you, Big Damo. Thank you for having a sensible reaction.
Oh, that's disgusting. Jesus.
It's amazing. Damo, I promise you, if you try it, you will love it. It is approved by Colt Cabana.
Somebody tried to get, well, that does not make it any better. Come on. Somebody tried to give me a pickle the other day. I was watching the semi-final at a bar, and one of the things they gave us, I was like, "Why did they do this? Are they punishing me?"
Oh, question 4. Are you supporting the English in the finals, or are you going Italian?
This is the first time in my entire life, because I've hated England since I was pretty much in the womb.
What have we ever done to you, Big Damo? What have the English
ever done to the Irish, especially the Northern Irish? But because I support so many of the Man United players, I'm actually somewhat not against them. That's the way I'm trying to put it forward at the minute.
Coming home.
But if any of you tell anybody, then there'll be harsh words online like everybody else does these days.
Fantastic. Right, we're starting with Tempest this time around. I asked 100 people on Twitter what are the worst WrestleManias ever. What did they say?
WrestleMania 9.
WrestleMania 9 was joint number 1 with
course.
31% of the vote, with classics like The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez and many more. James Mansfield.
This one I had a little trouble with because I am Gen Z after all, being only 22. So
Are you really? God, fuck off, James Mansfield.
But I'm gonna guess WrestleMania 2000.
WrestleMania 2000. Very, very close, but not on the list.
I'm shocked.
It's like all multi-man matches, wasn't it? Or...
Yeah, there's only one singles match. That was Terry Arnold.
And in every corner, and no one said that.
Right now, Tempest, back to you, buddy.
There's a lot of WrestleManias that are not great. I think this one has to be on the list. Let's go with WrestleMania 27.
Joint number 1 on the list with 31% of the vote. There were a tie for first place, which very rarely happens. 27 and 9 people aren't fans. James Mansfield, back to you.
Points. 32.
32 is number 3 on the list with 10% of
back in the chain
vote.
gang.
Very strangely booked WrestleMania, that with a main event that just wouldn't quit. Tempest, back to you.
Let's go with WrestleMania 11.
WrestleMania 11, joint 3rd on the list with 10% of the vote. Very good. So you've got the top 4, essentially. You're missing 3 left, which are all joint 5th place. Oof. With 3% of the vote. But you do have 4 points and 2 lives remaining.
Okay. What are the ones we listed off so far?
You've done 27, 9, 32, and 11.
Okay, 11 was my other choice. I would say WrestleMania 4.
WrestleMania 4, joint fifth on the list with 3% of the vote.
We're spoiler choices here.
It's slightly surprising to me, but actually, just having a really nice thing happen at the end. It was like 16 matches on that card. Tempest, over to you. You've got 2 left, 2 lives remaining.
See, now this is. I'm going to cross out a couple here because I don't think. I'm not going to say just for the sake of not possibly giving away a correct answer. Let's go with WrestleMania 8.
WrestleMania
That's
8.
Oh, what's wrong with you, Twitter people? That WrestleMania is awful. No
such luck. Why are you hating on? Why are you hating on Sid versus Hogan? That was the main event everyone wanted. Right. You're being very diplomatic, Big Damo. Fully respect.
It was pre-baseball season, so.
So 1 life remaining. You've got 2 possible answers. Both only garnered 3% of the vote. So you're in a tough spot. But you do have 5 points. James Mansfield, are you going to bring it home?
All right. I'm going to make a wild guess as I hated watching this one back to do research. 2.
Joint fifth with 3% of the vote. There's 1 remaining answer. Can you get another perfect 7, or will you give Damo and Sully the chance to steal 6 big boy points?
We need this, Sully. We need this.
Yeah.
Give all your negative vibes to them. Negative vibes.
Sorry, not James. It's Tempest. Tempest, this is on you.
Right. James, do you want to converse for the last one? I mean, this is either going to be the last correct answer or it's our last life. So,
you know what, Tempest? I think you should do this one.
Put all the heat on him.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
You take the credit for being wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do it if you don't have to.
Oh man, I want to say 1, but I also don't. Screw it. Let's say WrestleMania 36.
Very good. Unfair, by the way. WrestleMania 36 all over was a pretty good WrestleMania, all things considered. But the people believed you. No fans wrestling. People aren't keen. That is another 7 points for Team Tempest and James. Damo and Sully, not quite on the scoreboard yet, but there's still one final round, which are, I asked 100 people on Twitter, what are the 10 loudest pops of all time? I've given you hard ones, boys. I'm really sorry about this. Fix this in. I've the 10 loudest pops of all time. I'll give you a little bit of time to write that down. Then I'm going to head on over to the Ultra Chat. This will be the last question of this round, and then we shall move right along. Mel Angel 666 says, James, come on, Sib, let's do this. And as always and forevermore, hashtag save trans lives. Greg Cherry has said, plug for my new QuizzleMania-esque show, Jack of All Trades, on the Greg Cherry brand tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Andy Datson is a guest on tomorrow's show. Please go subscribe. Also, good luck to all on today's show. I call winner on 39. Grillium G8 says, congratulations on your QuizzleMania hosting debut, The Sullivan. So excited to see Big Damo, James Mansfield, BBBBB, and the SRS, but seemingly no one else killer, Temp Test. Seriously, though, you're all the best in so many ways. Thanks for the genuine joy. You are welcome. RG says, hey all, just finished the second to last test to get my GED just in time for QuizzleMania. It was also my 19th birthday on the 30th. Was hoping for a happy birthday from you all. Thanks for everything Wrestle Talk has done for my mental health. Hashtag jam that jam. Very, very happy birthday for the 30th. And congratulations on being this close to getting your GED. That's wonderful. Do you guys all want to wish a happy birthday in 3, 2, 1?
Happy birthday!
Lovely audio. All right. And book a cameo. Keith Below says, got out of work earlier than expected, and it's QuizzleMania Day. Thank you for this wonderful gift, PFK. Everyone have fun, even you, Tempest. And what are the chances we can get Big Damo to throw Adam through a table in the future for old times' sake? Big Damo.
Which Adam?
They're quite right. Big Damo wouldn't do that to me. Not one of the founding members of PX.
Very important that we say that full part.
Thank you. Right, let's start with Sully this time around. Sully, I asked 100 people on wrestling Twitter, never forget, what are the loudest pops in wrestling history? What did they say?
I'm gonna go for the Miss Elizabeth and Randy Savage reunion when
That is thoroughly delightful.
What?
What the
wow.
hell?
That's my number one.
I think that's a what the hell? That was you.
I'm sorry, Sully.
Right.
Sully, it wasn't on the list. Not one person voted for it, Sully. Not one person.
Have they got no memories in their brains?
Do they have no hearts? Are these men empty voids?
Machine men with machine minds and machine hearts.
Are you throwing classic Doctor Who at me there?
No, what I'm throwing is Charlie Chaplin from the Great Dictator.
Oh, you are. That's where it's from.
I'm not throwing some quotes about Cybermen at you. It'd be quite well written if it was. So.
Machine men with machine hearts. Right. No, not on the list. Sorry about that. Big Damo, how about you?
CM Punk, Chicago, Money in the Bank.
That was on the list. Number 5 on the list, in fact, with 8% of the vote.
Woo.
Very good. Sully, redeem yourself.
Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Long listed.
What the hell is going on?
No way. What?
Long listed. I don't know.
Over. Oh wow.
I don't know what to tell you. I really don't.
It's effects.
Yep. Really what it is.
All right.
Mick Foley wins WWE title.
Very good. Number 1, 17% of the
there we
vote.
Go. We're back in the game, Sully.
Mrs. Foley's baby boy. All right, handing it back to Sullivan, who so far struck out completely on this round.
Okay, I've only got a few left on here, and there's one that if that's on the list, that's going to be my last guess. If that's on the list, I'm absolutely fuming.
I mean, it will be your last guess if it's wrong, Sully.
Yeah. I'm not going to use that right now, though. It's a big guess. Dolph Ziggler's cash-in.
Number 2 with 16% of the vote. Yeah, man. People.
Back in the game, Sully. Good lad.
Oh, thank you.
John Cena Rumble return from injury. 2008.
Listed. So sorry.
That is crazy.
Do people have ears? Do people have ears so they can hear crowds?
Crazy. I thought that was going to be number 1 with a bullet.
Jeez.
Sully, I never thought I'd see you this way. No, that was equally long listed, but did not make the list proper. I offer up 3.
You need to give me these people so I can slap all of them.
I will. I will send you their Twitter handles. Don't you worry.
Thank you. It's important.
And I will pass over to Tempest and James Mansfield. You have 1 opportunity to win 3 points and take your lead somewhere very special. All right. So I pass the floor over to you.
I'm thoroughly shocked that Cena wasn't on the list, but I think Edge's return probably will be. What do you think?
I was going to say a Royal Rumble, either that or another one, but let's go with that one.
Yeah. So I guess Edge returned 2020 in that case. It's the bigger one.
Of course it is.
Number 4 on the list with 10% of the vote. So that's 3. That's another 3 points. So here are what you guys missed.
I'll just get my coat, will I?
Thanks for turning up, Big Damo. Great reunion. See you in another.
Thanks for being here, and I'll just go and top myself. Thanks. It was good to be a part of this industry, and I hand it over to everybody else.
See you in another 5 years, pal. This has been great. Number 3 on the list was Hardy's return at WrestleMania 33 with 15% of the vote.
You were there, Damo, for Christ's sake.
In equal 6th was Austin at Backlash 2000 with 5% of the vote. And finally, also equal 6th place, the return of the old Stone Cold, helping WWF fight off the Alliance before Invasion, which is a super niche
not
one.
Not even
but
Davey Boy SummerSlam 92 when the crowd went utterly batshit mental.
That got precisely 2 people voting for him. I know.
2 bastards.
So after
I've been dead wrong the whole time.
Yeah, I would have
Dusty
struck
Rhodes
out on
Hard
this.
Times promo.
So
RVD, ECW One Night Stand. No,
I know. I gave you guys half. So after that round, I can confirm the scores are as follows. In equal last place with 0 points, it's Damo and Sully.
That means we're technically not losing. We're both, losing together. That's nice.
Yeah, you're enjoying second place. In joint first place with 20 points apiece, it's Tempest and James Mansfield.
Legendary.
Goodness gracious me. Let's move on to something a little lighter, shall we? Let's play a rousing game of whose nips are these.
Great success. Great success.
That's the business.
Been staring at nipples all day looking for this.
The number of guests we've had. All right, so I have got 5 questions here for you. I'm going to show you a picture of a wrestler's nipples, and you have to tell me who the wrestler is. Very, very simple. This one is not team. It is individual based. It's not buzzing. What I'm going to ask you to do is write down the correct answer on your sheet of paper, and I'm going to come to each of you one by one. If you get the answer right, there is 3 points in it for you. 3 points. So, get them all right. That's 15 points. That ain't bad. Not quite enough to make a difference between second place and first, it turns out, but it's still not bad. Right. So I'm going to put the nipples on the screen, then I'm going to head do some alter chats, and then we will get your answers. Big question. Whose nips are these? Whose nips are those? Donato Hunter says, hello all. Will this QuizzleMania end with Adam getting powerbombed in his undies? With a creepy Otaki says, well, this has been a great week. 2 doses of Blumpy on Sunday. A Tegan Knox return on Tuesday. Malachi Black debut in AEW. And we even got Big Damo on QuizzleMania. Heck, even Sully's here. I'm loving it. Hope everyone has a great time quizzing. Jared McCullough says, favorite time of the fortnight. I'll always root for Sully. Hashtag oh hot dog. Hashtag bollock that bollock. And the creepy Otaki says, for those who watched it, what did everyone think of the Hit Row celebration cipher on NXT? I was just like the crowd, dead. Tempest, you have seen NXT. I have not. What did you think?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Hit Row is just the coolest thing going right now. I don't know. I went into great detail in the NXT podcast about how much I loved it, but it's a lot.
It's very, very, very good. Genuine superstars to a man. Right. Whose nips are these? Let's ask Tempest first. Tempest, whose nips are those?
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. James Mansfield.
Same thing, Big Daddy Drew McIntyre.
Drew MC, Sullivan Brown.
Oh, everyone always says different answers to me, and I realise I'm wrong. I've gone for Seth Rollins, but he's probably not him.
Rollins and Big Damo.
Drew McIntyre's tits.
Drew McIntyre's tits. Can confirm. Let me just load up that image. These are indeed the nipples of one and only Celtic person. Just waiting for the image to load. God damn it. There we are. They're Drew's nips. There you go.
Drew McIntyre.
Oh my God. Look at those nips. All right. So next up, whose nips are these?
Are they all going to be incredibly hairy?
What?
I'm sensing a trend here.
Yeah, you're not sensing nothing.
That one has a type.
Whose nips are those? Real C Money says, if King Sully wins, I'll donate $100 next charity stream. Brett CYR says, I was front row at Dynamite last night. Congrats to everyone who earned a spot on the tour. Thanks to the performers who were cool enough to shake hands in the lobby afterwards. And I got 4 thumbtacks from the main event and stuck them in the bill of my cap. Oh, that's nice. Danny G says, hope you're all doing splendid. Great to see Damo on. Top fella. Loved his work with Drake Maverick. Who will win tonight? Nobody Sabuta knows. Also, it just might be coming home. Open brackets, sorry. Close brackets. Right. Whose nips are these? Let's start with... Tell you what, Sully. You are the outlier. We'll start with you. Whose nips are those?
I've gone for Big Damo.
Big Damo, question mark. Tempest.
I went for George the Animal Steel.
George the Animal Steel and James Mansfield.
I could be way off. It could just be the lighting, but I thought it was either Rusev Nero.
Rusev Miro and Big Damo.
Oh, this is going to be terrible if it's mine. I thought it might be Ivar's actually.
Interesting. All right. Well, I can
Look
confirm.
at those nipples all day, and if it's not mine, then I think I will leave. Actually,
Imagine. Sorry, Damo. These were actually yours.
what was the photo? What was the photo?
They weren't yours, actually. That was
wow. Damn
merely a rib. These were actually the nipples of George the animal.
Excellent! Good work.
Real.
Good work.
Very, very, very good. So 3 points there to Tempest alone. Next up, whose nips are these?
God.
Huh.
Whose nips are they?
So he's an easy boy. Okay.
Iro Steve says, first time watching live. Love all your contents. Keep up the great work. Hashtag FTF. No More Mr. Nice Guy says, a message to Big Damo. You were the best part of WCPW with an amazing double turn against Rampage. Hope you win a world title somewhere. You deserve it. He's already won a world title somewhere, mate. He's already won a world title. Bloody WCPW world champion, mate. First one.
It's true. It's true.
Didn't do it alone, though, did you, Big Damo?
No, I
had help.
I had some help from somebody. A wonderful man.
Thank you, Big Damo. What a lovely man you are. Right, and finally, Kingdom Farts OG says, it was nice to see Tempest lose last week. It was nice to watch James drink his tears. I bet they were saltier than that nasty peanut butter and pickle sandwich Tempest always eats. Go Sully. Just a little go Sully there at the end.
Nice.
All right, so whose nips are these? Tempest, will start with you.
Going with Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. James Mansfield.
Same thing, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Sully.
I said it right. It's Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. And Big Damo.
What about August Gray?
August Gray. I can confirm that these nipples do in fact belong to the one and only Mark Coffey.
Mark Coffey. Oh,
wow.
nice. I should have known. I should have known.
Dang.
Trained him and everything.
On the board.
Fellow WCP doubler, but
Oh.
no, his nipples eluded you all. All right. Next up.
First hair looked more red. That's why I thought it was Sammy.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
really
those were
looked red.
very
Well, he's got
misleading.
the red
nips.
beard, though. You can kind of see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, question number 4. Whose nips are these?
Ooh.
Whose nips are those?
I think I know this one.
Willie Jake says, hey everyone, this is my first live experience of QuizzleMania. Started binging old episodes this week and immediately became a fan. Thanks for the entertainment. Hashtag Team Tempest. Hashtag Jam That Jam. Nala has donated $10 saying, did any of you experience hazing at workplace? Adam, about Nala, was it original Lion King or was it the remake you thought Nala looked sexy in? This is a reference back to a game of Wavelength we played where basically the clue was sexy animals and someone said Nala and I made the case that Nala is a sexy Disney animal. I'm not wrong. I stand by that statement. And of course, I am referring to the original animated Nala, but not the one that really looks like a lion, like a real lion. That would be weird.
Digging.
The bigger problem, Adam, is that you said that Nala was the most attractive Disney character. You didn't say Disney animal character. You said Disney character.
I stand by that. I stand. She's a beautiful lion. No. Enough of that, please. Right, so let's head on back to our players. Whose nips are these? James Mansfield. Whose nips are those?
I said Killian.
Killian. Tempest.
Damo.
Sullivan Brown.
Damo.
Big Damo. Whose nips are these?
Yeah, they're mine.
Yeah, your nipples. Absolutely, they are. Where am I? There we go. Going all weird. There, get those nipples off the screen. Those were, of course, the one and only nips of the man formerly known as Killian Dain, the man currently known as Big Damo. There he is. All right, and finally, whose nips are these? Whose nips are those?
What a smooth chest.
John Duerte says, Big Damo, when are you free to sign? When you are free to sign anywhere, where will you? And who would you like to wrestle first as your debut? Hashtag Jam That Jam.
It'll be What Culture Pro Wrestling.
We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back.
And it'll obviously be against Adam.
Me. We're BX for life, Damo. BX for life.
Well, I think it's the fight everybody wants to see, though.
Fuck it. I'll take you. I took Rampage, if I remember rightly. And finally, Violet Heart 13 says Tempest is back for revenge against James, and Sully and Damo are here for the ride. Welcome to the show, BTW Damo. Oh, and one more thing, it was Datsun that made Jam That Jam, not Chopper Pete. Not how I remember it. Hashtag Jam That James. Hashtag QuizzleMania is coming home. Absolutely. Thank you, Pete, for all the success of Jam That Jam. Let's start with whose nips are these? Let's start with Sully.
It's shot in the dark. This one I've gone for Byron Saxton.
Byron Saxton. Big Damo. Whose nips are those?
Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick. James Mansfield.
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio. And Tempest.
I also said Drake Maverick, but that makes me more confident.
Drake Maverick can
Stared at the
confirm.
little bollocks so much, so it's definitely his tits. So
Well, when you're right, you're right. Those are Drake Maverick.
Look at that face.
Oh my!
I was way off. Good Lord.
I was entirely wrong.
Very, very good. And of course, everyone got the 3 for those. Lovely. All right. So the scores as they stand after those 5 questions are as follows. In last place with 3 points, it's Sully.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Keep ducking. Keep weaving. You've got them on the ropes.
Oh yeah.
In third place with 9 points, it's Big Damo.
Great success.
In second place with 26, it's James Mansfield. In first place with 29, it's Tempest. All right. So now we're going to play a different game. Tell me, Big Damo, have you ever heard of a very famous British radio game show series called Just a Minute?
Just a minute. I don't think I have.
Oh, good.
Oh,
well,
dear.
we're going to be playing it. It's 1 minute warning. Basically, promo school. So the way this works is that I've got four categories to talk about. Each of you are going to start with one. I'm going to put a minute on the clock. If you can talk for a full minute about the subject I give you without hesitating, repeating words, or deviating from the subject, you will get a whopping 3 points. Whoever is talking, if you, however, hesitate, basically pause for too long, go if you repeat any words that aren't part of the category. So, for example, if I give you, question 1 is Hulk Hogan, talk about Hulk Hogan for a minute. You can repeat Hulk and you can repeat Hogan, but any other words and hesitation. Although we're not going to be not like and or the or just like, don't be dicks about it, basically. Or if you deviate from the subject by starting to talk about something else, then people can buzz in and challenge by basically just shouting their own name. Sully, test your buzzer.
Sullivan.
Very good. That is how your buzzers work. You don't have to shout Sullivan, but you just shout out your
Do we
own
all
name.
shout Sullivan?
No, you don't have to shout out.
Yeah.
Can if you want, but that would make it very difficult for me to work out who buzzed in. All right.
Sullivan!
Yeah, he fucking read you for filth, didn't he, Sully? That's what you sound like.
He did it really well. That's a really good impression.
All right. So if someone buzzes in with a correct challenge, they will gain 1 point for a correct challenge. They will take control of the subject and however long is left. Whoever is talking at the end of the minute will get 3 points. So there is potential for a lot of points here. Yes, Tempest.
When you challenge, and if you successfully challenge and take over the question, are you allowed to repeat things that the previous person has said?
Yeah, you get a slate wiped clean, basically. But obviously, if you repeat any of those words for a second time, then you get buzzed in. So yes, buzz in often. If you do buzz in incorrectly and you make an incorrect challenge, I will award a point to the person you interrupted and they will keep going. Are we all clear on the rules?
I'm not at all, but we'll get there.
All right, so I'm going to start off with Sully. because this is essentially your game. All right. So, Sully, please talk for 1 minute without hesitation, repetition, or deviating from the subject. You have 1 minute to talk about Sanity. That minute starts now.
Sanity was a stable in NXT, and what an amazing group they were. They took over and wreaked havoc across NXT. And then
Tempest.
Repeated NXT.
Correct repetition of NXT. You get a point for a correct challenge, Tempest. You have 46 seconds remaining to talk about Sanity.
The remaining members of Sanity were Eric Young, Killian Dain, Sawyer Fulton, and Nikki Cross. Sawyer Fulton was kicked out of the group and was replaced by Alexander
Sullivan.
You repeated Sawyer Fulton.
That is very correct. You did indeed. That is a point for a correct challenge, Sully. You have the subject. 34 seconds on the clock to talk about Sanity, starting now.
Sawyer Fulton, what a man. But was he as cool as Killian Dain? No way, no how.
Sullivan, he said no twice.
He did say no twice. That is a correct challenge. Very, very good. That's 1 point for a correct challenge, Big Damo. You have 23 seconds on the clock to talk about Sanity, starting now.
I was a member of the controversial chaos-related group Sanity. We had such a wonderful time. Nikki, Eric, Axel, myself, we were all wonderful wrestlers. And our time,
Sullivan.
sadly...
Sullivan?
Repetition of the word wonderful.
Correct. One point for a correct challenge, Sully. You have the subject with 9 seconds left on the clock to talk about Sanity, starting now.
There was so much anticipation on the main roster for Sanity, and we can all say that they fulfilled that and exactly what they wanted.
Sullivan? Oh, hang on. Sullivan, you got in just before the bell. What was your challenge, Sullivan? Damo,
hesitation.
Hesitation.
I tried to out Sullivan with his hesitation.
Yep. You got me big time.
Amazing.
Anticipation again.
Damo, that is one. You have 1 second left to talk about Sanity, starting now.
War games.
Tempest.
And that's enough time. Very, very. All right. So that is 3 points go to Damo for
This
talking.
is like that championship scramble where everybody won the belt and nobody won the belt. It was incredible.
Absolutely. All right.
Sully, I needed
I didn't
that.
even participate, and I had so much anxiety during that.
Well, James, it is
Why am I
indeed
sweating?
it's your turn to start now.
Okay.
All right. So, James, you have 1 minute on the clock to tell me about, and this is the name of your category, the hairiest wrestler. You have
Okay, so
one.
by far the hairiest wrestler there is would have to be Drew McIntyre. No, I'm kidding. It actually would.
Sullivan.
I heard Big Damo first.
The
That would be-
hairiest wrestler is a hell of a topic. There are so many people in this industry who all have such a wonderful array of body hair. If you look at myself, I'm Killian Dain, I was Big Damo, I have all this hair on my body. But you can look at George the Animal Steel, you can look at so many people across the entire universe. Seth Rollins has a lovely chest hair. If you look at Elias has a lovely head of hair. There are so many people across this entire wrestling universe that have forever and ever been...
Tempest?
Did we get me?
Is that a challenge?
Yeah, repetition of hair. Because it's not...
Whoa,
It's difficult.
Whoa,
I
it's
was thinking
controversial.
about
He's
this.
the hairiest wrestler.
Like, I let
I was-
it go. I'm more than
was-
fine to just let it be and have him keep going. But I was
I
like,
think-
eh.
As it's
I'm-
part of hairiest, yeah.
Tempest, I'm going to allow this. I'm giving you a point for a correct challenge
Here we
just because I think it will make it harder for everyone else. Tempest, yours is the subject. You have 23 seconds on the clock to tell me about the hairiest wrestler, starting now.
Who is the hairiest wrestler? Is it George the Animal Steel, Killian Dain, also known as Big Damo, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, Mark Coffey, Joe, brother of Mark,
Sullivan.
Repetition of
I
Mark.
was really impressed by that, actually. That was
That
incredible.
was very good.
Brother
How
of
you
Mark.
you stumbled to avoid saying coffee and managed to repeat Mark. I would also have accepted a point for hesitation, but Sully, the question is yours with 4 seconds on the clock to tell me about the hairiest wrestler, starting now.
The hairiest wrestler of all time was, of course, Albert.
All right, very good. That is 3 points to Sullivan. Big fan. Well done. All right.
Good work.
Big Damo, it is your turn at bat. So you are going to be starting. You have 1 minute on the clock to tell me about the greatest manager in WCPW history. You have 1 minute to tell us about that, starting now.
When one is asked the question of who was the greatest manager in WCPW history, there's only really one person who comes to mind. And that man, he is sitting right here with us today, Adam Blampied. Now, he will be the first to say that he was the best manager. He will be probably the second to say that he was incredible at his job. He helped Big Damo win the very first WCPW Heavyweight Championship. And as we have already talked about, that championship, although small, it was also very mighty. And when
Repetition of championship.
Very good. 1 point for a correct.
Very good. That was very good.
Very, very good. Eloquent stuff. True as well. Tempest, that's 1 point for a correct challenge. You have 27 seconds to talk about the greatest manager in WCPW history.
They all talk about me for 1 minute.
Finally, QuizzleMania is all about me. All right. You have 27 seconds starting now.
The greatest manager in WCPW history, many would say it's Adam Blampied. Is he? I don't know. I personally didn't watch enough of the product to have an opinion on the matter myself. But I know that the host that is sitting to my left on the screen had a match against Rampage. Sorry, damn it.
Sullivan, I heard Big Damo first. Just
I have to keep saying Sullivan because I love it.
all right. So, it's very hard to tell the difference between the two Sullivans, but I'll give you a point for hesitation. You have 2 seconds to finish talking about the greatest manager in WCPW history, starting now.
When one is asked the question of who is the greatest
Very,
manager,
very good.
Y'all can have that round. Good Lord.
Oh, man.
All right.
I'm trying to remember the other managers, and I was fucking there.
I was waiting for someone to say James R. Kennedy because I think he was pretty much the only other one. And of course, Susie. Of course, Susie. Yeah, of course.
That felt like being asked to read out loud in class. I'll have you know, like, that was the most anxiety-stricken. Like, girl, I take so many retakes when I film my own videos. I'm like, I can't do this.
Oh, trust me, I would
Trying
be.
not to repeat words is incredible because
I
the whole thing
know.
about wrestling is they always repeat their last line and stuff.
This Sunday at the Coliseum. This Sunday at the Coliseum. At the Coliseum this Sunday. All right. And finally, Tempest, it is your turn to start. You are going to talk for 1 minute about war games. Give me 1 minute on war games, if you can, without hesitation, repetition, or deviation from the subject. Your 1 minute starts now.
War Games is one of the greatest stipulation matches in the history of pro wrestling, dating back to the days of WCW and the NWA, led by the great Dusty Rhodes. It has seen many incarnations throughout its illustrious tenure in pro wrestling. I love this stipulation. We see it nowadays in NXT, which is not to be considered the same thing as Blood and Guts. In AEW, All Elite Wrestling has their own version of the stipulation.
Sullivan.
I've realized that before, anyway, you'd repeated W by saying WCW, but then you also said AEW, so I thought I'd come in there. There we go.
I will
that's
take
a
that.
shitty one. That is a shitty one.
Hey, Sully needs these points. Repetition of W. That is a correct challenge. 1 point for a correct challenge, Sullivan. Very good. You have 29 seconds to talk about war games. Your time starts now.
Does anyone say the phrase war games as well as William Regal? No, nobody could. Not possible. It's impossible, I'm telling you.
Sullivan.
Big Damo.
He said impossible twice.
He did indeed.
I said it's not possible and it's impossible. Those are two separate words.
You know what?
I agree. Carry on. I agree.
I
Sticky backsies.
Oh, look at this guy with his home field advantage. I will take it back. That is 1 point for an incorrect challenge, Sully.
No.
You have 18 seconds on the clock to talk about war games. Starting now.
You know what makes war games great? One ring and then another one. It's amazing.
Tempest.
Tempest?
Oh, damn it.
Repetition of one.
Correct. 1 point for a correct challenge. Tempest. Oh, Sully, you clever boy. 9 seconds on the clock to talk about war games. Tempest starting now.
If we get to 15,000 subscribers on Wrestling Daily, we will have QuizzleMania
Sullivan,
War
You
Games.
said me twice.
Very good. I will accept it, Damo. Because we get as well. I'll accept the repetition. Sure, why not? 1 point for a correct challenge.
How many seconds have I got on the clock?
You got 2 seconds to talk about war games, Big Damo. Starting now.
When one is asked the question as to what is the best,
And stop. Very good. 3 points to Big Damo.
I'm a thief. The fix is in.
What a way to just walk it in at the end there. I loved it.
I also I kept using Sullivan as my thing, so he probably got all the points from me because I said the wrong challenge, didn't I?
So after that round,
Where are we at?
things are a little different.
I tripped on the goal line 3 out of 4 times.
Yeah, Tempest. Yeah, Tempest. I'm seeing a whole load of 1 points here, but no 3s for you, buddy. Right. So after that round, in 4th place with 11 points is Sully. He's more than tripled his score. Zooming right on up there in 3rd place with 23 points. It's Big Damo. Someone does promos for a living. In 2nd place with 26, it's James Mansfield. In 1st place with 33, it's Tempest. All still to play for as we move into our penultimate round, which is the artist defective.
Ooh.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
It's been a while.
This is
Not on this one.
Pictionary. So what happens is I am going to give you guys it's better. It gets better. I'm going to give you guys a wrestler or a thing from wrestling to draw. I'm going to send that to your Twitter DMs to make sure that it's all kosher and above board. Everyone gets one. It's going to be a short round because we want to get to our final round. But everyone gets one. Oh, maybe 2, because these are really, really fun. I'll think of some more. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I'm going to send you a wrestler. You then have 30 seconds on the clock, like this, to draw that wrestler on your piece of paper in front of you. Here's the catch, though. You have to put the pen in your mouth.
Oh no!
So once you finished your drawing of your masterpiece with the pen in your mouth, then you will show it to the group, and then again it's a buzz-in situation like last time. You buzz in, and if you get it right, both you and the person who drew get 3 points. If you get it wrong, you can't then guess again for that question. If no one guesses it right, no one gets any points.
Wow.
All right. Are we all clear on the rules?
Painting on everyone's
I'm
end.
scared.
I'm just trying to practice, and it's impossible. It's
All right.
impossible.
We're going to go in order from last to first. So, Sully, I am sending you the person to draw in your Twitter DMs. All right. So, let me just get that going. Stupid long window. There we are. All right, Sully, I've sent that to you. Please confirm that you've seen it.
I have indeed.
You have indeed. Then in which case, Sully, your 30 seconds on the clock, and I'm going to read some Ultra chats while you draw, starts now. Flo Lolo donated, saying, hey guys, girls, and non-binary folk, finally getting to Ultra Chat. We need Damo to win on this BX reunion kind of night. So Faking Good Taco says, I think Fuego should be on QuizzleMania as well as Cody should sign Fuego. He's on Fuego UC. Also, we should have Grado on here at QuizzleMania at one point. That would be amazing. Hashtag thank you all. Hashtag jam that jam. It would indeed. And Sully, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop drawing, Sullivan.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay.
So hang on a second, Sully, before you show it. So just a reminder, everyone, this is a buzz-in situation. I am going to ask you to buzz in with your own name.
Not Sullivan.
Not Sullivan, please. Because I'm going to be full screening Sullivan, so I won't know who's going to be saying things. So, Sully, reveal your masterpiece, fingers on buzzers. Damo.
Alexa Bliss.
That is not Alexa Bliss.
Tempest. Nikki Ash.
It is not Nikki Ash. James Mansfield, you've got a free shot at goal.
Moppy?
It's not Moppy, no. Sullivan, talk us through how that was the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Oh my god.
That is quite obvious, right? So you can see his lovely hair.
It says woo.
It says woo.
Hey, can't do that.
To be fair, Sully, I would have taken I would have taken your 3 points off you if someone had got it, because you absolutely can't write words in Pictionary. I didn't think I'd have to explain it.
No, I'm sorry. This is the best I could draw Ric Flair. So I had to do something. I couldn't have done nothing else.
It looks really good, Sully.
He's very happy. He's very happy.
This is going to be awful.
It's gonna be a trip. All right. So next up, it's Big Damo. Let me just pop into DMs with who you are drawing. All right, Big Damo, please draw this person.
Oh.
All right, your 30 seconds starts now. 30 seconds on the clock. Raymond has said Hulk Hogan owns a memorabilia shop in Florida called Hogan's Beach Shop. The store has a TikTok account. Hogan was in a video and I commented "Jam That Jam" and the commented was liked by creator. So it's possible Hogan is aware of Jam That Jam. Almost certain that he doesn't. Dirty Rich said, Damo, welcome to QuizzleMania. I apologize, this is too emotional a question, but what was your immediate thoughts when Sanity was broken up and you were released? How is Nikki as well? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop drawing, please, Damo.
I barely got through. Like, oh my god! Like, you're
So
never gonna get this. Like, this is...
Damo, just before you show off your masterpiece, we do have a question from a fan saying, what were your immediate thoughts when Sanity were broken up and when you were released? And also, how's Nikki doing?
Nikki's doing great. Like, she having a lot of fun with this, because this is one of the. This is actually her idea. It's like, it's one of those scenarios where something that you want to do is actually getting used. So she's having the time of her life with it, and she can't wait to really see what happens next. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll see how it goes. What was the other things they asked about me?
Your immediate thoughts on Sanity breaking up, and also when you got your release.
Immediate thought when Sanity broke up, I was gutted, but at the same time, it was like, we knew it wasn't going to be forever, but we had hoped that we might have got a little bit more. So I think that was the hardest part. But with my release, at first a little emotional, and then about a day later, I was full of excitement and over the moon, to be honest, because you start thinking about the next possibilities.
See you in 90 days, absolutely. All right, so it's time for your masterpiece. Fingers on buzzers.
God,
Look at that body.
It's not bad, actually.
That's pretty damn good.
It's a lot better than mine. It's Sullivan.
Sully?
Is it Doink the Clown?
No.
It is not Doink the Clown. I understand where you got that from.
Yeah.
Tempest? I'm torn between two. I'll go with Alexa Bliss.
It is not Alexa Bliss. And finally, James Mansfield.
I have absolutely no idea. Is it? I don't know. What is this? Explain yourself. Okay, I'm guessing off the collar. It has to be somebody that wears a lot of feathers. So maybe no.
No clues, please.
That's supposed to be a. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I thought it was a ruff. I thought it was like a Shakespearean.
I was using my mouth to draw it. I just couldn't figure it out.
Should have waffles.
A Shakespearean.
Okay, is it Bray Wyatt?
It is not Bray Wyatt.
Oh.
Killian, walk us through it.
So, right, I tried to use the full length of the page because, so it's giant haystacks, right?
It's giant haystacks.
And I've tried to draw his
That's
costume as
not
best I
bad.
could, making him as rotund as possible. But I really struggled doing the beard. I just couldn't like get it close to like a beard. His hair took the longest to do of all the entire thing. But yeah, that's what I was trying to do. But that's okay.
That was
It
wonderful.
actually did look like Doink. In fairness, like that was a good choice.
I thought it was Yerple the clown.
I was trying to sucker people in, as you can imagine, trying to get people to guess that you would be drawing yourself, but unfortunately, no. You went the clown option, which I wasn't prepared
By
for.
accident, by complete accident.
All right. Next up, it's James Mansfield's turn.
Okay.
All right. In your DMs, please draw this person for me. And sent.
Okay, as the gay, I should be able to draw something with my mouth. Let's see.
All right. 30 seconds on the clock starting now. Ryan Doyle says, Sully, that Adam, but also who is the best surprisingly talented singer you all know / work with? Okay. The most
Andy?
surprisingly talented singer. Yeah, Andy's like an opera singer. He's crazy talented.
Oh, Rosie Nichols is very good. Rosie
Is she?
She's an incredible singer. She's unbelievable.
Oh, that's got to be a thing that happens. Absolutely. Here's a question for Big Damo. And stop drawing, please, James Mansfield. James Mansfield, stop drawing. Big Damo, who is the best singer in WWE?
So they did like an all-in recently at the Performance Center, and a lot of the ones were like showing off talents and stuff like that. And Priscilla Kelly was a really good singer, from what I remember. And Daniel Vito, who's an Australian fella, he was a rugby player. He did a terrible job singing, but everybody was on their feet, loving every second of it, because he gave it 110%. That's all that matters.
That is the point. All right, James, it's time to see your masterpiece fingers on buzzers.
My eyes were tearing up as I was doing that. I was joking.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it?
All right, your hand is covering. There we go.
Okay.
All right, fingers on buzzers.
Look at the head.
The bird legs.
Is it-
Tempest?
Tempest.
Is it the Red Rooster?
It is not the Red Rooster.
Damo.
Damo.
Is it Drew Galloway, Drew McIntyre?
It is not Drew Galloway or McIntyre.
Those look like jorts to me. Is that John Cena?
That is not John Cena. James, talk us through it.
Okay, so I didn't realize that when I put the pen in my mouth, it would be like having one of those swivel pens you had as a kid. So it swiveled a lot. It's supposed to be the black shorts, like the black the shorts and the boots.
Oh, it's Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Brock.
I thought it was a kilt.
I tried to make him look like a really angry boy.
You made him look like a giant pen. I love it.
I know, just the mouth. I could have drew it, no problem without the.
All right. And finally, Tempest, head on over to your DMs for your contribution. I think we will move on after this, as fun as this will be, because we've got to get through to our final round. But Tempest, let's get one of them right, shall we? Tempest, that's for you.
I was about to say, there's so many points going around. How could we stop?
So many points. All right, Tempest, you've seen your answer, your question, rather?
I have.
All right, in which case,
okay.
Your 30 seconds starts now.
He put it in sideways. He put a pen in sideways in his mouth.
Oh, he's cheating.
He's cheating. He's using his pen.
Tempest, show me your mouth. Show me your mouth, Tempest.
Don't say that to me, Adam.
Show me. Finnish Inquisition says, Sully, I have rooted for England to win after Finland fell, so I do want you to win. That being said, what is your opinion of English fans laughing at and calling a crying 7-year-old girl bad names after the Germany match? And stop drawing, Tempest.
She was a sore loser, isn't it?
Oh, no, that...
I saw a tweet that says, I have never been more proud to be British than watching an entire pub cheer in cruelty at a picture of a King German
It was
girl
like that Miz
weeping.
girl kid, you know, the It
Oh,
was
yeah,
the-
yeah,
It was
that
like
was
almost the same, only this one was very upset.
Yeah.
very
Well, that's the thing is, like, as soon as you take it to Twitter, then everything gets taken too far. But I laughed when I first saw it because they knew what they were doing, cutting to a crying child when we just beaten Germany. They knew what they were doing. All right, Tempest, I can't wait, mate. Show us your masterpiece.
Oh yeah, masterpiece. Yeah, go for it.
What under God?
DNA?
What is this? Okay, that's a prawn with a rock next to it.
The beginning of life.
It's Sullivan. I'm gonna go for the rock, and he's just drawn some rocks.
No,
Yes.
is incorrect.
No. Okay.
What in under God is that meant to be?
Prawn, the rock, lobster. Very good.
Prawn the rock lobster.
All right, I'm gonna need guesses from Damo and Jane.
I mean, it's not even a human. It's not even a human. it's not even close to what a human face or body
Damo.
looks like.
Stone
Damo,
Cold.
that's not Stone Cold, and James Mansfield.
I have no idea. I mean, the 6-looking thing kind of looks like a mask. I guess it's like reading clouds at this point. I'm just gonna throw it. Mankind? I don't know.
No, it's not Mankind. Talk us through it, Tempest.
Okay, well, first, I was distracted halfway through my drawing.
Oh, Tempest,
like
fucking
being
cry me a
nasty.
river, buddy. Everything's a fucking...
No. That's
You up there on
where
your
the
cross.
stoppage. That's where the stoppage happens. The answer is Penta El Zero Miedo. So this was me trying to do the Zero Miedo thing. But the fingers kind of got a little bit like claw-y at the end.
You've got
And then I
to
just
just anyway.
Yeah, but he starts
And it-
like this. It's Zero Miedo.
So you
Very-
went with that, and then you decided to leave the face blank? You just thought that would just be, that'd be fine
30
blank.
seconds, Sullivan. I had 30 seconds, and I kept being asked to show my mouth. I was very uncomfortable.
Oh, God, jeez. Right, after that round, all the points are the same. Of course they are.
Surprise! We're all terrible at drawing with our mouths.
Sully, 4th place with 11. Damo, 3rd place, 23. James, 26 and 2nd. Tempest, 1st with 33 points. Through to the final round we go, which is, of course, That's My Line. Everything still to play for. So, Big Jamie, you're the only person who hasn't played this round before. The way it goes is you're going to start with 20 points. Where is the thing? That's my line. You're going to start with 20 points. I have a wrestler. I'm looking at them right here on the screen. I've got their information up on Wikipedia. You have to ask me a series of yes or no questions to work out who your wrestler is. You start off with 20 points. For every question that you ask me, which isn't a correct guess, I will take 1 point away from you until you're down to 0 points. If you guess correctly, you will get the number of points that are currently on the screen. All good?
Yeah,
Sort of.
Can I redid my last one here. Is that better?
No, that
makes
makes
more
it
sense.
easier.
That's way easier.
Before all the people call me stupid, I'll say it myself. That was really dumb. That was really dumb on my part.
Ambitious, Tempest. You've got to respect ambition. All right. So if we're all ready to go, we are going to start with Sully. I will point out that Sully is the only person here who definitely can't win. So Sully, just have a good time.
We
Yeah.
believe in you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna.
All right. So
we go.
there are 20 points up for grabs. Just to give you a little bit of tension, in between 2nd and 3rd place is 3 points. In between first and second place is 7 points. So, Damo, James, Tempest, any one of you, actually not Damo, actually, because if you got the full, actually no, you could definitely walk away with it for sure. You can definitely win the championship if you do really well. So Damo, James, Tempest, 3-horse race, but we are going to start with everyone's favorite fancy boy. It's Sullivan Bo Brown. Sully, give me a number, please, between 1 and 6.
3.
3 it is. I have your wrestlers' information available in front of me. Please give me your guesses.
Okay. Are they a male?
No.
Great. Are they alive?
Yes.
Are they still active?
Yes.
Are they wrestling in WWE?
Yes.
Is it Nikki Cross?
16 points to Sullivan Bo Brown. It's Nikki Someone-
I'm chuffed with myself there. That's fantastic.
Someone knows how the sausage is made. Very, very good. I did indeed put Nikki Cross in there as a cheeky thing. But
Good work.
16 points, Sully. Very well done, son. All right. So Sully currently has 27 points, which means he could conceivably come in second if everyone else shits their pants. So, Big Damo, now that you've had a very quick example of how right it can go.
You
Let's see
couldn't have
how
fucked it up for me, Sully, and give me a chance. Like, geez.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. It really should have been your thing to try and get. Although, if you'd gone through the whole roster,
that would have been
and not
even
given-
better.
I would have done every female before her, and then she'd have been like, "Come on, you're on the bloody show. Of course, it's going to be me." You know,
A coffee mug enters screen, just bang. All right. So I'm going to remove
Best
Nikki.
anyone's ever done at that.
Genuinely, Sully, that's up there, my boy.
Yeah.
You are up there for best of all time. Luke, I think, got it in 4 one time. He got Cody Rhodes in 4 goes.
Wow.
That's genuinely Hall of Famer level stuff, Sully. Doesn't help you, of course, but still.
I'm so pleased with myself. I'm genuinely so happy with that. That's my day made. Great.
The boyhood dream. Right. Give me a number, please, Big Damo, between 1 and 5.
1.
1 it is. All right. I have your wrestler's information in front of me. Ready when you are.
Alive.
Yes.
Male.
Yes.
WWE currently.
No.
AEW.
Nope.
Still active.
No.
American.
Yep.
Were they on screen in the last 5 years?
Yep.
On screen in the last year?
Let me just scroll down. Yes. In fact, I'm going to update that to yes.
Yes.
Not active, but yes.
Oh, this is tough. Was it Booker T?
No. Not a bad guess, though. Not a bad guess at all.
Have they been on anything other than WWE in the last year?
No.
Okay. Ron Simmons?
Nope. Another good guess.
Trying to think of all the ones who come on for the pre-shows. Okay. Were they a former WWE champion?
Yes.
Are they a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Fuck. Oh, this is actually really hard, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
Really is.
Who was on screen in the last year? Frick.
Yeah, male, not active, has been on screen in the last year, Hall of Famer, and not worked for anywhere other than WWE within the time that you mentioned.
And was a WWE champion as well.
And was WWE champion.
The Rock?
50 people in that Hall of Fame. Just start naming people.
It is not The Rock.
Not The Rock. Hogan?
It's not Hogan. Oh, Sully. Sully's creeping up. Sully's.
Idiot. Flair?
It's not Flair.
Fucking hell. Who else has been on bloody screen?
You got this, Damo.
Are they white?
They are white.
Right. Should have asked that earlier. I've got 3 goes. Oh, crap. And we're going to be here for another hour and a half, guys. So get comfortable. I want to try at least get this. So
I know exactly how that feels. Trust me, I went the whole way through, and the person was Ric Flair. It was Ric goddamn Flair.
Everyone knew as well, Sully. Everyone knew.
Everyone knew. Everyone in the world knew.
it's not Kurt Angle.
It's not Kurt Angle. That's a very good guess.
That's a
You got
really good guess.
Goldberg.
It's not Goldberg. You have one final guess.
Who else was on screen in the last year? Bastard. Okay, it's my last chance. Last chance.
You got this.
Oh,
I don't even have a clue.
No, I don't know either.
It's a hard one.
right. Give me a second. I'm gonna desperately trying to remember who the hell was on screen in the last year. Nah, I gave up.
I
Can't think.
won't accept it, Damo. Give me a
Oh,
name. Let's finish this off right.
Oh, jeez. Right, okay. I'll try.
You got this, Damo.
Oh, God.
I guess just go through champions who are no longer active.
Very good, Sully. You've nailed it. You've nailed it, son.
Yeah. I've got a guess in my mind. It's probably wrong, but I've got a guess in my mind.
I don't want to
God, it wasn't
distract.
Shawn Michaels, was it?
Shawn Michaels, I'm afraid.
Okay, because if it was him, he was on loads of times. Oh,
The correct answer was. Actually, does anyone want to make a guess? Let's ask the James. What would have been your guess?
Triple H?
Tempest. What would have been your guess?
Kane?
And Sully.
Foley?
The answer was. That's gotta be Kane.
oh, I should have asked. Was it a masked wrestler? No. Damn.
He
A
appeared.
wrestler, for Christ's sake. Oh, okay. Fucking hell. Honestly, Jeff Jarrett was in my mind, and I was like, no, but then we didn't win the WWE Championship. And I almost did it like 4 times.
It was Kane. Kane, of course, appeared in the Royal Rumble this year, and also for the Undertaker retirement ceremony. All right. So, James Mansfield.
Okay.
Quickly, before we get into that, I just have to say I made a shocking, horrifying discovery just now. My sister and I have played like a little game throughout the pandemic where we will hide a Minions Happy Meal toy just around the house because I fucking hate the Minions. They're awful. It's the death of animation. And I was just kind of like looking around and you know, thinking about Damo's possible answer. And within my little Bowser Jr. wearing my old mask is the fucking Minions toy.
Found it! Hooray!
Horrified me. I just had that staring at me.
I love family traditions like that. It's wonderful stuff. All right, James Mansfield, this is for all the marbles. This is for your QuizzleMania championship. Here it is. So you currently have Sully currently has, I should say. So currently, Sully has 27. You have 26. Sully, you could come in second here, pal. All right. So, in order to actually no, well, we need to get your score before we then work out what Tempest needs in order to beat it. So, James,
Yes.
Can I get a number between 1 and 4, please?
I'm gonna do. Has 2 been used?
2 has not been used. I mean, I basically shrink them down to it's 1 to 4 at this point. So let's go with 2. 2 it is. All right. I have your wrestler's information in front of me. Hit me with your best shot.
All right. Well, since apparently the theme of this game so far has been Damo, I'm gonna say Eric Young.
Wow. No, it's not Eric Young. If it had.
So good.
Okay. Are they male?
Yes.
Oh boy. Currently in WWE?
No.
Currently active?
No.
Alive?
No.
Oh.
Oh. Well, shit, that could be anybody. Okay, are they blonde?
Good question.
It's a yes or no question.
Are they or have they ever been blonde?
Fuck, man. That is
it dirty blonde?
Are they known for
Are
being
they dirty
blonde?
blonde?
I will say kinda ish.
That's not a yes or no, sir.
Whoa, mate. You don't know what I'm looking at. I'm gonna say me. Technically, I will say no, but you could make an argument for yes. But I'm going to technically, I think, say no. I think
This is the longest no I've ever heard in my entire life.
I don't know, Sully.
It's yes or no.
Okay, in which case I will go with yes then. If
it's changed.
That's the opposite of what you said a second ago. You're terrible at this.
Okay. You know what? Okay, no.
Well, this can be confusing.
Everyone shut up.
You can't answer the question. Roll it back.
Everyone shut up. I'm in control. James, ask me that question again.
Are they known for being blonde?
Yes. There it is.
That was a lot of theatrics for that yes.
No, I am pledging allegiance to yes.
Okay. So they're dead. Okay. I know very little. Are they known for a career in WWE?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't remove the point for blonde. There we go. Sorry.
Brian Pillman?
Brian Pillman? No. Oh, he's definitely blonde. Part of the Hollywood blondes. But yeah.
I thought you said yes. You said yes.
It is a yes, but I don't think I would have ummed about Brian Pillman.
Yes, with a lot of emphasis. Okay, well, all right. Dead. Not active, they're dead. Okay, let's see. Are they a former champion? Well, are they a former world champion?
Former world champion? Yes.
Yes. That's a yes? Okay. Well,
the answer to your question, James, is yes. The question that you asked, are they a former world champion? The answer is yes.
Okay, so dead, known for career in WWE, maybe blonde, blonde adjacent. Warrior, also Warrior.
No.
Okay.
That's a good guess. Because that's hard to say. Ultimate Warrior's here as well.
It's more of a strawberry dishwater blonde.
Dishwater blonde.
Never heard that term? Yes.
No. In my head, that's just a big old slam on Ultimate Warrior.
Well,
Oh,
as a
dear.
man sitting here in a dress, it's appropriate. Let's say,
Oh, apparently I took 2 points off for blonde.
Oh, you
Yeah,
very
I
Wow.
thought you
I
did
think
as
you should give
well.
it back because of your ineptitude with that answer.
Big Damo,
To be
what
honest,
happened to us?
here, I'll
I'm
do
very,
the
very
lupus.
disappointed by your answering here.
All right, so I've bumped you back up to 10 points. You're welcome.
Okay, who is dead? And they're not blonde.
I will say you need to get at least 8 points to no, you need to get at least 7 points to retain your championship.
Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna start guessing. Vader.
10 points are all
Oh!
yours.
oh
There it is.
my god!
Good at this when you just decide to guess.
Look,
I almost
he's
asked bald.
he's ginger, right? But
So then you say no.
Blonde.
but like he could be blonde. Look at that beard.
If you
I
wanted
don't,
to be, is that what you're trying to say?
Blonde.
He's a
I-
ginger
I-
man.
I don't know. I don't
No
know.
one could be a ginger.
But look, you can see that it's very pale. It's very difficult to tell when you're looking at it. You know I'm right. You know
I
I'm
get what you
right.
mean, but you're
He's in
wrong.
No,
That's
Sully,
strawberry
he's in the
blonde.
family of blonde. He's strawberry blonde. You don't do me like this.
That was an incredible guess. I'd say I never would have got Vader from those
Because
clues.
she
Well done.
associated Vader
Incredible.
with me because we're large wrestlers. So it's quite smart.
Yeah, like-
Quite smart.
I
I
mean,
do the
well,
Vader bomb as a
Dead
finisher.
people. No one
Well-
is coming up.
world champion,
Yeah.
family of blonde, dead. You know, like see, these are all points of Vader time. All right, so next up it's Tempest. Tempest, you must get 4 points
Oof.
You got this.
to win this championship of yours back. 4 points. Can I get a number between 1 and 3, please?
Give me number 1.
I mean, number 1, certainly. All right, I have your person's info in front of me. All right, ready to go.
Alrighty. Is this person a male?
No.
Okay. Is she active?
No.
Is she best known for work in WWE?
Yes.
Okay. Did she ever? Oh God, I'm not going down that road again. Not with you. Has
Be
she
specific about it, Tempest. That's all you have to do.
has she ever won a main roster singles women's championship?
Yes. Probably ish.
Oh
No, it's a yes. It's a yes. It's a yes.
Okay.
Wikipedia's right there, bro.
I'm looking at it, Damo. That was a bit. That was a bit I was doing. Come on.
Did she wrestle? Did she wrestle in WWE during the 2000s? So 2000 to 2010.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she Caucasian?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, is she blonde?
Yes.
Narrowing it down.
I mean,
Okay.
there's some debate.
A little bit. Oh, shut up.
At this
Okay.
point, Adam would like us all to know he is colorblind.
You know what? I actually am.
Are you actually?
I am actually colorblind. I'm faintly red-green colorblind. I can't fly planes. They won't let me.
Nope.
Or change a plug.
No matter how much you insist.
No.
Let me,
Let
please.
me in there. I want to fly.
I am a white middle-class man. I can do anything I want.
Can't be a thing.
Tempest, you have 13 points on the dial.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it Trish?
And new QuizzleMania champion. It's Tempest. Look at him putting. There we go. Back home where it belongs. Los Intangibles to Wrestle Talk once again hold all the gold. The final scores. In last place with 23. The first ever WCW champion. Big Damo. For life. Hell, you know what? I'm afraid there's no room in BX for losers, so it looks like I'm here on my own.
I'll get my coat.
Then in third place with 27, it's Sully, who's had a lovely time. It's coming home. And second place with 36, it's James Mansfield, former champion. What a champion. But in first place and new QuizzleMania champion is Tempest. Congratulations. And that is the end of the game show part of this show. James, I believe you had to rush off.
Yes.
That's absolutely fine. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure everyone head on over to twitter.com and subscribe to @JamesMansfield on Twitter. Thank you so much for being with us, James. And
yes, it was lovely playing with all of you guys. Tempest, watch your back.
Ooh.
Love
you can get
to
a shot
see.
anytime.
Oh wow, and boom, gone. Awesome.
Yep,
how are other people feeling? We've got about 5 pages of Ultra Chats to go through.
I've got about 10 minutes, so if there's any specific ones that you want to get through, then we can smash through them. I'm taking my wife to Black Widow.
Oh, well, enjoy that. I am going to scroll down through and I'm going to look for ones with questions for you, Big Damo. Glad I get to catch the show. Sully, we're rooting for you. Best of luck to all competitors. Excited to see you, Damo. WCPW actually introduced me to you when I was a teen and I've been a fan ever since, says Gabriel.
Thank you, Gabriel.
Also, let's see. Welcome to QuizzleMania, Damo. We've seen Sully come over to QuizzleMania from No Rolls Barred, but would Damo be interested in coming over to No Rolls Barred, our board game channel? We'd love to see him as a demon in Blood on the Clock Tower. Also, question for Damo. What was your favorite memory from WCPW?
My favorite memory was the double turn. I thought it was a lot of fun. That was... on paper, it could have been a nightmare, but I thought it played off really well, and it was a lot of fun. The crowd were very mad at us, and I loved it a lot. For the first question, watch this space.
Watch this space. Watch this space. Evan the Canadian Giant says, holy crap, Hagrid. I mean, sorry, Damo. I'm just expecting Nikki to burst through the door singing. Jokes aside, welcome to QuizzleMania. You are loved. Question, how did you get the opportunity to go back to ICW during your Sanity run? Hashtag
so the honestly, complete fluke, really. One of the cameramen for ICW was at a show in London, I think, when we did one of the tours, and we just got chatting because he was a good friend of mine, Adam. He's the bald cameraman at ICW, and he now is working with NXT UK actually. And he just said, would you ever come back? And I was like, yeah, I mean, if they can work it out, or sure. Then by the end of the tour, it was all worked out, and I was able to turn up in Glasgow directly after we did like the show on the Hydro, which is the big venue in Glasgow. And I went directly from there in my ring gear in a taxi to ICW. And literally, I think the show had already started. I knew I was in there with an incredible talent in Mikey Whiplash, so we didn't really have to plan anything and just went straight out and did it. So it was a lot of fun to get back there. So it was one of those crazy experiences, crazy day, and had the time of my life. It was great.
Oh, amazing. Oh, and let me just change. There we go. Everyone head on over to Twitter and describe to @Damo Mackle, please. So Brian Doyle says, hey guys, I hope you're all doing well, having a great day. Damo, I'd like to ask, what was your initial reaction to Joe Hendry's Adele Hello parody that he did for your match with him?
Oh my God. So Joe, brilliant. One of the reasons why I liked it, it changed every time. He had something new for everybody. So honestly, I just tried to think, what would my character do if somebody was parodying me? So I was like, I would just go and get him. So that's exactly what we did. I just went backstage and got him and dragged him out. So, but it was fun, like, because he did a great job, very funny, and a lot of the ones that he was doing at that time. Joe, very, very smart fella, great mind for all this, and he did a great job to get himself over, especially during that. So.
Absolutely, Joe Hendry's amazing. Willie Jake says 2 questions for Damo. Who is your favorite opponent to wrestle in ICW? And has Dallas been on the phone to you yet? Best of luck to you going forward, big man. #Jam that Jam. #James that James.
Normally, I won't admit anything when it comes to in these 90 days, but I will say yes. Mark Dallas has been on the phone to me. My favorite opponent in ICW. So my 2 favorite opponents in Britain were Rampage Brown and Joe Coffey, but Drew McIntyre as well. So that, when he came in, he lit a fire under a lot of us. So you can take a pick out of those 3 because they were probably my favorites the entire time I was wrestling on the Indies.
Callie says, after a week binging the Quizzles, I finally get to Ultra Chat. Question for Damo. How does it feel to know you've participated in one of WWE's only recognized 5-star matches? Jam that jam, spread that jam on a comically undersized championship title.
I am incredibly embarrassed about it because as great, as fun a match and everything it didn't hold a candle to like Michaels and Taker and stuff like that, which didn't get 5 stars. I think it got like 4.75. But it's an honor. A lot of work went into that match. A lot of like time to figure out how the best we could to make everybody look as good as we can. Like, we were very happy with how it turned out, but we were blown away by the positivity afterwards. We didn't expect that we would get that kind of praise, especially considering, a lot of WWE matches didn't get that kind of rating. So, in my opinion, wrongly so.
That's very humble.
If I may very quickly just say, I think you're being too harsh, Damo. That is my favorite ladder match of all time.
Thank you.
I think it's the best ladder match of all time, in no small part to your performance as well.
Thank you very much. My favorite part of the match was, so the finish was meant to be way better than that, but the ladder buckled. Ricochet was meant to, we did it in practice. He springboards onto Lars's shoulders, and Lars continues climbing up the ladder, and then there would have been more shenanigans happened, but the ladder completely buckled because one of us probably went through it at some point. So they changed the finish on the fly, and the boys did a brilliant job. So that's one of those crazy things that they did so well to work out, because what was planned was incredible, but something went wrong. The equipment can only take so much weight, I guess. But it all worked in practice. We only practiced a couple of things, like, can we get the ladder to fit in this position for this? Can we get the ladder to do whatever? And we're like, okay, we'll practice this bit at the end. And somehow the ladder just collapsed, and the boys did a brilliant job to finish it. So, like, all power to the 3 of them.
So I've got one more question from you from the Ultra Chats, but I do want to kind of ask you, like, take over New Orleans, right? Like, and during that time, just like every takeover seemed to be just topping the last. Obviously, all takeovers are good, but was there something special in the locker room that night? Because it's widely regarded as one of the 2 greatest takeovers ever. Did you feel it?
Out of all seriousness, like, the right combination of guys together, and generally, there's great matches, but that day the crowd was just really there for us, and that takes it to the next level. I mean, listen, there's been amazing matches that I've watched and going, oh, that was incredible, and maybe the crowd just wasn't as good or whatever, and sometimes the crowd's been outstanding for matches that maybe weren't that good, but what really worked for New Orleans is that it was the great combination of lads. Everybody really went for it, and the crowd just were right there with us. And like, sometimes you capture fire and all that stuff, and that I feel like that day it was definitely that. It was very exciting for a lot of us, and I think, like, at that point all of us were in the mindset of we're going to all try and steal the show or whatever. And like that was definitely the mindset for all of us, because that's the only people we were competing with was really each other at the time. And the main roster, actually, in fairness, we were all trying to compete against the main roster. That was something that was in the back of our heads, because the takeovers were always doing pretty well, and they were getting such good responses in comparison to the pay-per-views, even like in comparison to the big ones. So that was definitely in our mindset, because we knew WrestleMania had to follow us, and we tried to go out there and go, well, follow this.
They didn't. So final ultra chat. Final ultra chat was Damo seems. Shiva Wilding says Damo seems like the nicest guy. Perfect for Blood on the Clock to how to make it happen for everyone. This is a question for everyone. Dream match for Damo. Mine is Tomohiro Ishii. Finally, Damo, send my hearty compliments to Nikki. She's easily the best thing on the main roster. Hands
There you
down.
go. There you go. Attaboy.
For me, my dream match for Damo. It's got to be an all BX. Put him up, Damo.
It's only a matter of time.
I'll fucking chin you, son. You watch.
I love you. I will.
Sully and Tempest, who would you like to see Big Damo go up against?
Shingo Takagi.
Oh.
I was going to go Rampage again. Yeah, go back to the old WCP. Yeah, that'd be great.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I've just done an interview with Big Damo earlier today, actually, which will be going out later on Wrestle Talk somewhere. So keep an eye out for that. Me and Damo catching up about the good old days. I asked Damo about his own bucket list, and genuinely, Shingo Takagi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Rampage were all on that list. So well done, everyone. You've done a great job. Damo, thank you
all the points.
so
Give everybody all the points. You guys all win. So.
All right. You can all be QuizzleMania champion.
No. just
okay.
Just you.
Just me and Damo. Me and Damo.
What a team we were. The worst team that's ever been possible.
It's the worst a team's ever done on that particular round. Yes, that's absolutely.
I think we were screwed by the questions, in fairness.
All right.
100%. I think he was a bit of a dick, to be honest. So
you're a dick. Everyone's a dick.
I would like our team name to be.
There we go.
I would like our team name to be known as Big Damo and Slightly Smaller Damo, and that would be that's me and you.
Catchy. It'll fit on a shirt. Really.
Everybody's into it.
I don't mind being called Damo for the rest of my life. That's fine.
Well, to the bigger. To the bigger Damo of the Big Damo and slightly smaller Damo combination, the tag team that's taking over the indie scene. Thank you so much for being with us, Damo. Enjoy Black Widow. It's been an absolute pleasure having you.
Take care, guys. Thanks for having me. We'll do this again. Cheerio.
Oh, please.
Thank you.
What a wonderful,
lovely man.
Lovely man.
Easily the loveliest member of BX. Right, so we're going to scream through these ultra chats. We've only got 5 pages left. Thank you to everyone who has sent us in some money. We really appreciate it. Nothing personal for putting the price up, but it looks like we're going to end before midnight, which is just lovely. All right, so
got 6 hours to spare.
Lacada Lacarte says, I might be pulling for the Queen, but Tempest peanut butter and pickle sandwiches have become my new favorite post-workout snack. The protein from the peanut butter, the sharp, refreshing tang of the pickle vinegar. Thank you for this snack revelation. Everyone can be Sullivan.
Let's go. Let's do it. Peanut butter.
Tom, I love Jack Grealish Allen says, hello, everyone. Quick questions. What is your favorite WWE pay-per-view entrance of all time? And if you were to make an entrance at WrestleMania, how would you do it? Mine would have to be Demon Finn Balor's Jack the Ripper entrance at NXT TakeOver London. Interesting. My favorite pay-per-view entrance, I think. Shawn Michaels on the zip wire is really, really up there. Just spectacular. Stone Cold through the glass, also simple, but really, really good. Shawn Michaels and Taker with their combination Heaven and Hell entrances were really, really good. Anyone else?
Say Sandman at One Night Stand 05, I think was my favorite.
That's just pure chaos. That's just mad. Just walking through with a cigarette, just doesn't give a shit. It's great. It's brilliant.
Like, yes, the things you can go home again. Here's a thing you remember. All right. Sully, do you have one to throw into the pile before we move on?
No, I'm terrible with specifics on questions like these. In my head, a lot of them go into until you say them, then I remember them and I go, "Oh yeah, that was great." So no, nothing. I've got nothing to add. A long way of saying.
Jack Shim says, "I love Kim." Jack Shim says, "I love you, Kim Hughes," from Jack. Oh. Bazongazar says, "Animal fact: flatworms mate by trying to stab each other with their dicks. The one that gets the first stab in becomes the father, and the stabbed will be the mother." I did send this once already, but it was told before. It was before you told me that the amount was raised. Amazing, yet you went back in for a second go and made sure that the animal fact got through. Fair play to you, Bazongazar. David Sains Jr. says, "Bring it home, Sully."
I did.
You did. Grilliam GA says, "Also Tempest, NXT champion is to NXT UK champion is like WWE champion to WWE Universal champion. Also, intangibles has the same amount of syllables as the Mexican pronunciation intangibles. Use the accent, you coward."
Ingobernables. Intangibles. No, it doesn't.
Intangibly. Yeah, no, it will never work.
We need 5 syllables. If you can find a way to make intangibles 5 syllables, you tweet me. Tweet me about it, please.
Jeff El Jefe Barter says, "Love the stream, love the current at this moment, champ. Love Tempest's mask and eyes." It does. I tell you what about that mask. It does make your eyes pop, Tempest.
I've heard that. Yeah.
And the nose, of course. First time Ultra Chatter. This infotainment quiz show legit saved my life when I was in a dark spiral. Thank you all, especially Sully. Hashtag jam that jam. Hashtag LIW for life. For life. Car phone warehouse. Phones for you, damn it. Sean 7 says, "Hello, first time I've been able to watch live due to work, so now I'm watching live with my drooling beast of a dog, jam that jam. Also, football happens, so now Denmark can shut the hell up and watch a real sport like wrestling. Yeah, take that, Denmark, your heart and soul of Euros 2020. Coming back from losing your first 2 games and one of your biggest players. Jesus."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably one of their best players ever as well. Never going to be able to play the game ever again. You idiots, Denmark. Yeah.
It did feel good to beat them, though, didn't it? We were the villains. Oh, yeah. We were the villains.
Oh, we were. Oh, yes. Sometimes it's nice being the bad guys. Usually it's the Germans, but this time it's us. We won something. We haven't won anything yet, but we won a semi-final at least.
Literally great country for us. Great time to be a country, just mocking a crying German child and kicking out one of the biggest underdog, like honestly, genuinely, like people, the heart and soul of Euros 2020. And yeah, this might be the year that we win, the bastards. Right. Ryan 27 Lucas says, "Hey guys, always love QuizzleMania. Finally able to contribute. Was just diagnosed with some bad eye issues. I'm so happy you guys are live to entertain as I rest and recover. Rooting for everyone to do great, but have to be pulling for Tempest." Very good. Shiva Wilding says, "James, you look fabulous as always. Question though, and one I've had since your first appearance on QuizzleMania. If you were in charge of the outfit, makeup, and drag name, how would you drag up Adam? Hashtag jam that jam." Genuinely heartbroken that question was not answered by James. Do send it to James on Twitter though. Maybe James will answer that. James at James Mansfield on Twitter. Send it on over, and hopefully we'll get an answer from James. The creepy Otaku says, "Look at the bright side, Tempest. One thing Adam can't take away from you is that wonderful smile. My pickle and peanut butter brother, LIW for life." All right. Noah Grossman says, "Hey, Mr. Damo, I have you in action figure form, staring down at me every night. Good luck, brother, and good luck to all." Rock and Roller 21 says, "Adam, have you watched the show Letterkenny? If so, can I get a 10-4, good buddy? Also, I know it's been said, but this show really has helped me so much during a difficult time. You are an oasis in the desert of awful that has been this year." I've never seen Letterkenny, but I'm a big fan of the phrase 10-4, good buddy. It's coming, Rome says, "People, bring Cultaholic on QuizzleMania. Adam, we hear you. Keep watching." Doc Azrael saying, "I'm surprised Rosemary didn't make the scary wrestler list. Not surprised though. I'm glad Abaddon was on there. She terrifies me. Best of luck, Damo, but if you don't pull it out, here's to my man Tempest." Jaded Ben says, so excited to see another installment of QuizzleMania in person. Definitely rooting for Sully to take the championship. The championship is coming home, lads. Question for Damo. What's your fondest memory inside the squared circle? Sorry, we missed that one, Jaded Ben. NBR Superstar says, shout out to Big Damo. Hope you and everyone in the stream is doing great. You're in the first match I've ever seen live, squashing Marius Alani in WXW in 2015. I want to thank you for that experience. Much love. Rob Burwell says, I need Big Damo blood on the clock tower. Adam, make it happen. I'll do my best. Razor Swift says, man, with Big Damo here, I'm now reminded of Refuse to Lose, Adam's flight through the table, and the board game I gifted him. Such good times. That was you. I've still got that game. Wizards of Mount Hellfire, I believe it's called. Loose Reality Inc. says, dealing with terrible mental health untreated during the times of the good, terrible sense. Sorry, let me have a run at that again, pal. Dealing with terrible mental health untreated during the times on the good, terrible sense to you guys. I fed my kids with my 25-year-old business, looserealityinc.com, that feeds my kids during this tough time. You guys help me keep going. Thank you. Well, thank you, Loose Reality Inc. Willie Jake says, 2 questions for Damo. We've done that one. Aiden donated saying, hey, everyone, love to see Big Damo on QuizzleMania. So I'm wrestling my mate Cambo Cray just before he went to WWE, and he made Cambo look like $1 million. He gained a fan for life that evening. Also, can't wait to see England lose the final of the Euros.
Well, you're going to have to wait until the next Euros, because we're going to win this one.
Oh, yes. Adrian Wunsch says, since Tempest had to read a promo from Volta on German, I wanted to hear you try it. So here is your chance. Dave Meltzer macht das seit vielen Jahren. Seine Meinung wird von vielen lauten, hockt geschätzt. Es ist schön, dass so denkt. Walter about Meltzer. I thought I did.
That was a lot better than what I did. I can tell you that much.
That was excellent.
No, go on, Sully. Finish complimenting me.
Yeah, your pronunciation was pretty damn good. Yeah.
What?
I can. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, nur ein bisschen Deutsch. Yeah. There you go. I can speak a little bit of German.
Hello. They also say that. William Rosmer says, played my first Blood on the Clock Tower game a few weeks ago. Now I'm completely hooked. More than just from watching you all play on No Rolls Barred. Skyrim Marshall says, greeting from Dallas. Adam, please consider Shadow the Dead Hog for your glorious list of Undertaker nicknames. Excellent. And who would have thought that the immortal quote of Is It Sid would make a transitional champion out of Tempest? Charles Berg says, I wanted to be clear, no one told me their top 3 sandwiches because Tempest had to talk about a peanut butter and pickle mistake. I want my money back. But in doing so, I just gave you more money. I've created a paradox. Only sandwich lists will fill it. Yes, we will give you our top 3 sandwiches. Sorry about that. Burgers count as sandwiches. Yes, we can all agree upon this.
Yes, just about.
Sure.
All right, so my number 3 is a double-decker health wrecker from a place in Jersey, which is where I am from, called the Hungry Man. And at the Hungry Man in Jersey, you can get a thing called a double-decker health wrecker, which is a double bacon, double cheeseburger, proper thick meat patties, proper bacon, and proper cheese. It's the most wonderful hangover cure I've ever heard. What is your number 3, Sullivan Bo Brown?
Okay. Number 3, an underrated one, a cheddar Plowman's. Delicious, lovely, fantastic.
Yeah, Branston.
Then number 2.
No, Sully. We've had your number 3. We're moving on to Tempest's number 3. Thank you very much. You wait your turn.
I would have to say a genuine Montreal smoked meat sandwich. You get some Montreal smoked meat and some melted cheese in there. Oh, and you get it on like a nice cornbread. It's excellent.
Number 2 for me, Philly cheesesteak, provolone wit. Thank you very much. Sully, number 2.
Oh, yeah. That is always very good, Philly cheesesteak. But I'm going to go for a peanut butter and jam sandwich. Delicious. It's too much sugar, but it's so nice.
Bless your heart. Tempest, your number 2.
Ooh. It's tough. You saying a Philly cheesesteak sandwich has swayed me, I'll be honest. I do like one of those. I might say that. If not, I'll go with a nice Cuban sandwich.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Number 1, that's a Five Guys, my friend. A Five Guys with gherkins, mustard, hot sauce, jalapenos, and a bit of ketchup as well. Absolutely baller. Love Five Guys, my favorite fast food franchise.
Five Guys is brilliant. Absolutely. I don't know what you're doing with your toppings there. You've gone mad. All you need is fresh onions, ketchup, mustard, and mayo. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. You just
Ketchup, mustard, and mayo?
Yeah. Try it. And then turn around to me and sound incredulous. It's delicious. More delicious than pickles and peanut butter. I'll tell you that for nothing. Anyway, the best sandwich is a simple yet elegant sausage sandwich with ketchup. That's all you need.
I don't hate it.
Sandwich.
I don't hate it, Sully. I don't hate it. I really don't.
Do you mean like in a hot dog bun?
No.
Okay.
Tempest.
Okay, I had to make sure because that would be we'd be getting into a whole conversation.
I almost put a bacon sandwich on the list. I genuinely almost did. A bacon sarnie in the morning. Can't beat it. But are we to believe?
You're scared, you're crying. You need a bacon sarnie.
Tempest, are we to believe that your number one sandwich is the horrible peanut butter and pickle combination?
It's peanut butter and pickles. This isn't a bit. I had one yesterday. You can also have it in wrap form. If you put the peanut butter on a tortilla, it's just white bread. What difference does it make? See that face.
Doc.
Genuine question. Adam, have you ever been to the Heart Attack Grill in the US? I don't know if you would have. Your giant, massive Jersey burger reminded me of the whatever they call it at the Heart Attack Grill. That place sounds like it's just a heart attack on wheels.
I will visit. I love big eats. I really do. I will do food. Right. Doc Azrael says, not quite a pop, but Elias and Kevin Owens promo in Seattle was epic. Hope you all have fun viewing those nips. I'm just surprised and a bit disappointed Tempest didn't bring up Dexter Loomis as a scary wrestler. He's very scary, Tempest.
That is very good. Me having to watch it is scary.
Laugh Track says, any chance you guys could wish me good luck? I've got a job interview tomorrow and I'm fucking bricking it. Also really pleased to see Damo's here. Loved him ever since the first episode of WCPW Loaded. Good luck to all and jam that jam. Very best of luck, Laugh Track. You deserve it.
Good luck to you.
Scott Webster says, was hoping to watch live, but surgery today has thoroughly whipped my ass. I will watch later to aid my recovery. Good luck all. P.S. Johnny Bollock's story in England in the final being so close together can't be a coincidence. It's true. You did it, Sully. That was turn the tide.
That Sabutio sketch is one of the stupidest things I've ever done, and I loved making it. It's great. It's so stupid.
Head on over to No Rolls Barred and you'll find a sketch called Johnny Bollocks, A Life of Balls, where Sullivan Brown wrote, directed, shot, and starred in that sketch. And it's about a Sabutio player, it's the fucking dumbest thing in the world. It's wonderful.
It really is. Oh, great. Thanks for
Sharpest
watching,
Tool. Sharpest Tooler says, wish I could watch, but studying for LSAT. Thrilled to see Damo and James, but here for Sully. Speaking of, be sure to get back to me, Fantasy Footy on Twitter, Mr. Brown. How do suplexes make kayfabe sense? Why not just drop someone on their head? Well, I do also think that wrestlers aren't trying to kill other wrestlers. to be clear, I think you're trying to beat them in athletic competition. You're not trying to murder them. So I think in kayfabe it still stacks up.
In death matches, you just bring in guns. Just go bang, 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 bang.
It's not against the rules. Randall, the Kane fan, says, hello there, guys. Love all these QuizzleManias. Question for Tempest. The peanut butter and pickle sandwich, is it dill pickles you use?
It is, yes. I've heard some people use sweet pickles. I don't subscribe to that theory.
That's weird.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
That is unorthodox. PP&P. Heavy Metal Chris says, is it just me or does Sully look like Drake Maverick all grown up? So good to see Damo doing well. QuizzleMania is the best pick me up after a really bad day at work because my boss is a dick. Has anyone explained Jam That Jam to Damo yet? Damn it. Love you guys. Danny G says, when one is asked the question, the big Damo story. Yes, he did say it a lot. Randall the Kane fan also says, hello all, question for the group. If you could give any wrestler any theme song, who would it be and what song would you give them? P.S. I adore your AHS wife. She is the best. If you give any wrestler any theme song, who would it be and why?
Can I give Adam Cole the Undisputed Era theme back?
That's
You
a
know?
really good answer. That's a really good answer. His new theme is pretty bad. It's just boring. I can't. Yeah. Then like I thought Kyle's would grow on me, and it has more than Adam Cole's, but I still can't. I couldn't sing it to you. All right, I think that's a good answer. Randall the Kane fan says, last Ultra Chat from me, your Tempest. I'm super proud of you for coming out. I've had trouble coming out as a bi. Only one person I love dearly knows, and she is my wonderful girlfriend, Charlotte, who is also bi. Thanks for being a badass. Go, Tempest.
Shout out to you, man. I can't give anyone in particular advice on how to do it. Everyone's situation is completely unique. I just hope that if the time and place fits, I hope you're able to do it with love and acceptance from the people that you care about.
And in front of thousands of people on a live wrestling quiz show. Ideally, that is the best platform.
That's what they say. Yeah.
If you have to organize your own one, it's worth it. The poopy one, Tempest be poopy, said, don't let this distract you from the fact that Tempest did a poopy live on camera. Thousands of people laughed. Poopy that poopy and jam that jam.
I did a poopy on this show, not drawing a fucking pentagon.
I did the poopy. 69 Intangible Sadie Deegan says, hello, beautiful guys and dolls. Had to join late because of Love Island, so I'm watching from the start. Love to see my king, big brain, beautiful daddy Tempest on my screen. Love you, Sully. No jokes, just love for the kind, fancy man. Hashtag LIW for life. Hashtag Papa Tempest. Kind and lovely, kind and fancy. Fancy and kind. That was it.
I'm very happy with that.
Second class Alita says, Adam, what programs do you use for this and Blood on the Clock Tower to get all the different cameras on screen? How do you have so many off-view rooms for Blood on the Clock Tower? Keep up all the amazing work. Loving the WCPW reunion tour. Since I'm from Philly, yawn that yawn. I'm going to... Okay, so this is StreamYard. That's what we use for this, StreamYard. We also have a link, I think, which you can get like a deal on StreamYard, but I don't think I put it in the description. So whoopsie poopsie, that'll be next time. For Blood on the Clock Tower, this is exactly how we do it, and I'm not going to repeat myself. So here goes nothing. We get everyone together on Zoom. We also have a Discord server where everyone basically. We have an audio chat on Discord. So we record everyone's cameras through Zoom, but we mute Zoom. So no one's listening to Zoom because obviously everyone's talking to each other. In Discord, you can have breakout channels where you basically go and talk to each other, and everyone wears headphones and records all of their audio separately. And James, lovely James, then goes through all of it, isolates all the audio bits, isolates all the separate chats, and puts them in a viewable chronological order because he's a fucking beast.
Yeah,
that's how we do it.
He's unbelievable. I don't know how he does it because it's like they're long episodes as well. They're long episodes and everyone's talking at the same time. And how does he fit in so much of my bullshit? I don't know.
I don't know. Generico P. Generico, please don't eat my kids. Hi all, this is my first live QuizzleMania. I've recently discovered them, and they and all of you are amazing. Damo and Drake were incredibly entertaining. As an Italian and English national, I'm unsure if it's coming home or Rome, but what I am sure about is jam that jam. Spoonman Abrams X says, new round suggestion inspired by real show Actually. Adam reads incorrect statements and players buzz in to point out the mistake and try to correct it. Actual show is highly recommended. Watch it. Rename it Excuse Me for QuizzleMania. Cheers, friends. That's not a bad shout. That's a good idea for a show. Greth says in a high-pitched voice / scream, I love you, Damo. Another great show. Thanks, guys. The Creepy Otaku says, now Tempest has more wins than Sid has in WWE. Hashtag LIW for life. Poetic justice. Matty Maitai says that QuizzleMania was goddamn insanity. Cheers to 38 QuizzleManias and many more to come. Question for Adam. How would you book a Katsuyori Shibata IWGP title reign? And how would you set up Damo versus Shibata 2 out of 3 falls? Hashtag Shibata that Shibata. It's too sad a subject. I mean, I obviously never say never in wrestling, but yeah, no, that's real sad. But Shibata, I actually haven't I'm not sure how Shibata is doing. Tempest, you're probably more likely to know than I am. How is he?
It was looking like he might make a run at trying to come back for a little while, but that was like a couple years ago now. I think it was the G1 final in 2019, the one that Kenta first showed up for, because Kenta turned heel, and that was a big deal because Shibata brought him in. And that's when Shibata came down and got really physical at the final. And there were a lot of people going like, oh my God, because he was getting like worked on. He was getting the GTS and the big kick in the corner and everything. And they wouldn't let people do that if he had, you know, it was like Daniel Bryan. It's like, you don't put your hands on Daniel Bryan because obviously, you know, injuries and whatnot. I know he really wanted to come back. And if he could, I'm sure it would have happened by now. But hopefully, if it's safe to do so, just modern medicine keeps getting better. And maybe, never say never, but yeah.
Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Big Damo's chest hair says, Adam, what are the actual chances of getting Ben Potter on? That would be mint. I'd say they weren't good, but the offer's there, but I understand why that's not really a possibility. And Brian Doyle says, I'd love to see Danhausen on QuizzleMania Hausen. I heard he's very nice and very evil. Also a question for all of you. What were your thoughts on the swerve GCW pulled by having Matt Cardona attack Nick Cage rather than Mox? I have seen that. I think it's funny. I think it's a funny bit of footage. Anyone else have any thoughts? Because that is our last super chat or ultra chat or super chat. Ultra chat.
It's just cool.
I
thought it was a good angle.
Yeah, it's really good. It was really good. Really well done. It was excellent. I love that you're just saying "fuck you" to everyone. It's great. Yeah,
I am a huge fan of trolling in wrestling, which is why I'm still a fan of Eva. Eva Marie. Yeah, of course, not Eve Marie. Eva Marie.
No, it's Eva Mendes, Adam.
Oh, don't you dare. Right, so that is it from us. We have finished before 11:30, which vindication. Yes, thank you. This is brilliant. Perfect length for show. Thank you again to Big Damo for being on the show and being bloody lovely, by the way. What a chap. Thanks to our former champion, James Mansfield. Quite the reign. And thank you to Sully for you're nice, aren't you?
And I got Nikki Cross, and I'm still really pleased about that. That's
very good points. Very good points. And Tempest, our new champ. Any final words as champ?
Rectified a poopy on my part last time out. I say that you and I are square now, Adam.
Oh, okay, good. That's good. I'll not lose any more sleep.
Through no effort of your own, I've rectified the mistake that was made. Looking forward to a proper nice long reign. I'll see you in a month, guys.
See you in a month, folks. Thanks to everyone who's been a part of all the QuizzleManias leading up to this, including watching them. Love you very much. And yes, as QuizzleMania moves into its next phase of its life and becomes a weekly treat, a monthly treat, a monthly treat.
As a daily treat, an hourly treat.
No, Sully, no. As it becomes a monthly treat, we will see you then. We've already got some fun guests lined up for the first one in August, so we will see you then. Love you lots. And of course, jam